Hello, everybody, and welcome to Good Morning Xbox. I'm your host, Axel1324.
And I'm Cool Cat, never buy a Ferrari. Terry.
And I'm Eternal Shaddai.
That's right. I guess I should call myself Lamborghini Axel.
There you go.
Yeah, so the whole time, by the way, for some context, the whole time we were in the green room, Terry was going off on Ferrari.
Dude, should I hit a nerve, man? Because he said something about Ferrari, or like, you got to get a Ferrari and all. And I had to break it down to him about why no one should ever own a Ferrari because of how lame that company is and how they treat their customers. And yeah, I went off, man.
I only say, what's your next project? Is that a Ferrari? And she just blew up. She just blew up.
No car company gets me more triggered than Ferrari and their BS. So, like, now, man.
That's funny.
But it was like higher than your hate on Halo. It's like way different. That one's more, dude, like high up there.
I got educated though. He learned so many things about Ferrari he never knew.
He did.
No, of course I thought it was by.
And you're the number one Ferrari fan. Check it out. Who's here? Woo!
No, need
sir.
that Terry Ferrari.
All right.
We need it.
It's
The
not
Ford
fast anymore,
GT
it's Ferrari.
beat the Ferrari.
Hey, but you know what? He came prepared because he's actually promoting the Bronco.
No, sir, this is a Mustang, sir. I'm
I
gonna
was
have
gonna
to
say, that's a Mustang,
re-educate you.
bro. Even I
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah.
Come on now.
First off, he's
Is it-
promoting the Mustang Mach-E.
A Bronco and a Mustang, they're
No,
two horses. They're horses.
Mach-E is blasphemy. That is not a Mustang, sir. They should have renamed it to Probe. The Probe.
The what? The Probe?
E-Probe.
Yeah,
E-Probe.
the Probe.
Goodness.
No.
They're both horses.
So is the Pinto, but no one wants that.
No. The Mustang is a Mustang. That's it.
But their logo is a horse.
The Bronco is a pony from Denver.
Oh, I kind of figured you were going to go that route.
He's hating. We got a hater in here. We're full of haters this morning. What do we got over here? A hater?
I do plan on getting a Bronco. No.
Now the Bronco's nice, man. I like the Bronco.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look at
yeah.
this. Come
I
on,
will-
nice man.
Yeah,
You want
yeah,
this
not
Mach-E.
for nothing, but I am with Axel there.
Look at
Yeah,
this
I like their,
Mach-E.
yeah, I actually do like it.
I just
Dude,
wanna see the
Mustangs
ones
are
that's
meant to
moving.
be driven. What's with this large screen? This is for people who don't know how to drive and appreciate their car, man. Get that
Oh.
crap out of there.
Oh my God, he
Oh,
literally
and
left.
it's got the turn on shit. Oh,
But what's wrong with it?
Dude!
Man,
you don't buy a Mustang to have a turn dial for drive?
there's some
Dang, look
people.
at that. He's so pissed off about that.
That's
He
right.
literally left.
Turn that shit
Hey,
off.
that
Hey.
Mustang is a Tesla in sheep's clothing,
Hey,
man.
It is a
They
Tesla.
are drivers
here, man.
that they don't like standard. You know what I mean? They like automatic. Now they're making it easier.
Yeah.
By using a knob.
All right. Let's calm down.
I got a buddy at work that has one. I mean, it's nice, but no, not a Mustang.
Well, Dave,
I've always
even
had
though
trouble
I drive a
getting
Camaro.
Mustangs, so I'm not gonna get a Mustang. I'm like Tom Cruise in a Ferrari when it comes to Mustangs.
There you go. Dude, oh, man. You're making me have to go through that whole rant so these people know what you're talking about.
Listen, speaking of these people, hold on. All right, so Terry, other than your Ferrari, what have you been playing this week?
Car simulator.
I went and I downloaded Diablo 2 off of Game Pass.
Ooh,
Oh,
nice,
Yeah, and I finished Act 1.
cool.
Nice.
Get it in there. What's his name? The guy that tells you what to do, Kane. Kane is in Diablo 2, right?
I think there's a guy named Kane in there. I don't really pay attention to him.
Figures. She's like, ain't no man in this video game gonna tell me what to do. What about you, Shaddai? What have you been playing this last week?
I have been playing a lot of Remnant 1 from the Ashes. I finally managed. I'm like 80%, so I'm very close to another 100 gamer score on that game.
Noise. Oh, that's good. Remnant 1's so good. Fastback, what about you?
Really haven't played much. I have been playing some Fallout 4, so still exploring that whole world. I mean, there's so much to do in that. I haven't even dived into the DLC stuff in that game. So I downloaded the game Raft. So it's one of those.
Raft is fun.
Isn't that the one where you build a raft and try to escape an island or something?
You're on a raft. You got to. You're basically it's a survival game. Yeah. Is this the one with the sharks?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a survival game. You can do co-op on it too.
Yeah.
And yeah,
like choose to eat fastback.
Hey, I mean, if it comes down to it, I mean, so my buddies at work that we were playing Grounded 2, they started playing that, so they asked me to jump in with them. So I'm going to download it, check it out, and then if they get on today, I'll jump in with them.
All right. Cool beans.
Think of any of your survival games, where you have to craft and build like your shelter, but only now you can't explore the world because you're stuck on a raft and you can't go in the water. So like everything you harvest from the ocean is how you survive.
Right. Let me do my fishing.
That's right. You know what? It is what it is. Let this man fish. Let this man fish.
No sharks be hungry.
Sharks be hungry. Yes. So give me 1 second here, guys. Okay, so sorry, getting my coffee and my water here. Thank you very much. All right, so I have been playing. Of course, I've been playing Helldivers, the new Automaton campaign. Holy crap! Like, I gotta tell you, everybody needs to learn from Arrowhead Studios because they basically gave us a DLC event for free. That Automaton event was ridiculous. So much fun. It was so much fun that when I went back to bug diving, I'm like, this sucks. So yeah. And then so I played that one a lot. I played some more Monster Hunter. Yeah, I'm Monster Hunter rank 40 now. Yeah. Which means I can now start building some of the rare weapons.
Nice.
Because so like weapons max out at rarity rank 7, I think, but you can get up to like rarity rank 8 or 10, or sorry, rarity rank 10, I think, but you have to craft them, and it's like RNG crafting. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. We'll see what we get. So like if I want a lightning weapon, I gotta kill lightning monsters and take their parts and craft weapons with it and see what kind of weapon I get. So it's gonna be sweet. It's gonna be sweet. I tell you,
so a lot of grinding then.
Monster Hunter has always been about killing the monsters, get better weapons, get better armor, go kill more monsters, get better weapons, get better armor. And that's the loop.
Kill the sex stain monster 100 times for a chance to get something.
Yeah,
it's lame.
But so I've been playing that. I saw that Monster Hunter's story bundle was on sale, and I almost bought it on Xbox.
Yep.
But just to see, I went to go see how much it was on the Switch, because I'm not a guy that overpays. And I saw that on Switch, it was $5 less. And I'm like, nope, not buying it till it matches the price. Nope.
I bought that because it was I think it was not Christmas, deals. It was some type of deal. So I kind of got it even cheaper.
Yeah, no, yeah, you got to get it. And that's also the thing. Like I checked Steam databases. If a game has been cheaper in the past, you're not getting my money. Just throwing it out there. Devs. Once you drop your price to $10, that's the going price until it matches or gets lower. Just saying. I'm not overpaying.
Hey, but you're talking about a bundle, not a single game.
No, but that's what I mean. The bundle. Yeah, I checked it. I did my research. Today. How dare you accuse me of not doing research?
No, I'm not saying you wasn't doing your
research.
How dare you? You're trying to say that the bundle should be $10.
No, I'm saying the bundle was $15 on Nintendo. No, $20 on Nintendo, and it's $25 on Xbox.
I never understood that, but I think I bought it for $15. So
it must be nice. So yeah, there you go. All right, but chat, let us know what you've been playing. We love to hear what you have to say, of course. And dry up those tears, Terry. It's a new day. It's all right.
It's a Ferrari day.
He didn't want to jump in his Ferrari and leave you.
Freaking Ferrari.
Let's check in with the chat. Shout out to Chet Walker. Thank you so much for being here. You're the real MVP. He says, welcome to a brand new world. Yes, a brand new world of Xbox games.
And leadership.
That's right. Where every week someone says Xbox dead. Yeah, that's the way it goes. And shout out to Chet Walker. Crazy Greek Dude is in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. He says, good morning, all. Thank you. Let's see. Shout out to Web Dave. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. He says, good morning, Xbox. This is your wake-up call to the future of gaming and the future of Game Pass. Yes, absolutely. Shout out to my buddy, Doggy Dog 420. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Appreciate you, buddy. He says, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Doggy. Glad you're around today, brother, buddy. Good. Glad you're around. Always glad to see my buddy, Doggy. Crazy Greek Dude says, government sees a McLaren in Denver and it's going on auction today at 1 p.m. I'll be at work. Oh, man. I got $3.
$3.
Even though I drive a Camaro.
Boo!
No, nothing. You know, hey, Jago has a Camaro club going on online. You guys can get together. I always make fun of Jago's Camaro. You know, I once called it the loudest way to go slow. So yeah, shout out to Jago and Web Dave. You guys are cool. Let's see. Let's see who else we got to. My biggest issue with Fords are the interior and the software are trash. Poorly designed. Probably. I don't know. I've sat in my boss's Ford and he has like a King Ranch Platinum.
Oh God, that's an expensive truck.
Oh, he's my boss. Yeah.
Jeez.
It's a nice truck. That's all I gotta say.
Is it a pavement princess though?
He moves his boat with it. On pavement and dock. Does that count?
Why am I not surprised? Well, let me move my yacht. There it goes.
You live in Texas.
My boss
matter.
has a golf cart literally to get his mail.
Nah, you kidding me, man?
I'm not.
Yeah, you gotta.
Then, instead of putting golf clubs in his cart, he pimped it out. He put big old stereo system in it. So when he's grabbing his mail, it's just blasting loud. It's so funny.
Have fun in life, sir.
Have fun in life. That's right. And the guy has always been like he's owned the Lamborghinis, the Ferrari. I think he used to have what was it? Started with an S.
A Supra?
Brand. Huh?
A Toyota Supra?
No. It's a brand.
It's a Supra.
Supra's not a brand.
Make. With an S?
That's a model. Supra is a model. Yeah, a make that starts with an S.
A Scion?
Lotus?
Lotus. I think it might have been an Elise. I think.
That's an E.
Whatever. Had an S. Had an S.
Saline.
Yeah.
Saline.
Yeah.
Oh, those are old school.
Yeah.
He used to have those.
Yeah, the Sansui.
Hey, leave my Sansui, man.
Shout out to Taylor Parker. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Appreciate you. We will have timed exclusive on Xbox consoles with Asha. I'm pretty sure. I hope so, man. I hope so.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Mike Johnson is in the house. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Says, yo, what's crack-a-lack? I think he forgot the crack-a-lacking. Shout out to you guys. Yes, Sansui, the real brand. Yeah. Right. While the chat comes in, because I'm sure they want us all to talk about the change up that's coming up, even though a billion podcasts have already talked about it, right?
No, they came here for the Phil Spencer thing, but now that's old news. Now they want the Ferrari rant. That's what
they want. The Ferrari news.
They want the Ferrari rant. That's what they came for.
And
Phil,
of course, guys,
they came for Phil, but they're going to stay for Ferrari.
Be sure to like and subscribe. It helps us get noticed, especially in the live section of YouTube where we compete for views. And if you like our stuff, be sure to subscribe. So here we go. Let me get everything situated. Yes. Okay. Terry, I'm sad. Not because Phil Spencer left. That's different. But because replace their launch date. So this is official. So Replace is launching day one on Game Pass. It was supposed to launch in March. And you know how excited I've been about this game, right, Terry?
Yep.
So an update on Replace. We have an important update to share regarding the launch of Replace. After a lot of back and forth, we have decided to shift our release date to 14 April 2026. Isn't that tax day?
No, that's the 15th.
Whatever. Use that.
My
tax
return,
money.
fact, my return's already pending in my bank. They got that stuff quick.
I filed my taxes next week.
I filed mine last week, Monday, and they're already pending to be deposited. I was like, dang, it hasn't even been a full week yet.
I did it at the beginning, and I'm still waiting for it.
Don't lie next time. Let's see. A small team are working on our very first title. We poured everything we have into this project. While the game is technically finished, reaching this final stretch has shown us that we just need a few more weeks to ensure the experience is exactly what you deserve. We want the version of Replace you play on day one to be polished, stable, and true to the vision we shared with you. They talk about how good the Steam demo has been. And hey, thank you for your patience. Sad Cat Studios.
They're sad.
The Replace launch date has been replaced.
Yeah.
I might shed a tear.
What was the original release date?
2022.
No. You said they were going to. No, not the original, but like, wasn't it supposed to come out in
Yeah, March.
March?
Like March something. Yeah. So I am sad about
You
this.
don't. You don't know when in March?
I didn't care. It was going to be on Game Pass day one.
Dude, you're.
No, I'm kidding. No, I don't know when in March.
He's like,
This is
my most anticipated game, and I don't even know when it's coming out. What the heck, Axel? I'm so excited for this game, but I'm clueless as to when I can get it. Come on,
I don't
man.
think they gave a date in March. Maybe they wanted to get away from Planet Lana in March.
Yeah, you definitely gotta avoid that one. Yeah. So Replace has been delayed 5 times.
Dang.
It lives up to the name.
It was delayed in 2022, right? So because of the war in Iraq. Oh, sorry, not in Ukraine. The war in Ukraine.
I was gonna say Ukraine.
Yeah, the war in Ukraine affecting the team.
Mm-hmm. That one's justified.
Delay number 2 postponed again after the initial push, and that one was with no release date. Number 3 showed internal delays as people kept adjusting, right? It was supposed to launch March 12th, but now it's over to March 14th. So yeah. That has been crazy. So, but everybody who has played the Steam demo has said that that it's really good, and they're like, delayed for what? It's dang good. If you go to the Twitter page of it, you can see the developer saying it's playable. It's playable, right? So we'll see what happens. So
what does a month, make a matter to? I mean, if it's ready, maybe it's because certain games are releasing in March that they want to avoid. I don't know.
But most everybody's okay with this online. Most of them are like, no worries. The demo's great. Take your time. A delayed game will eventually come out. A bad game is bad forever. So forth and so on. So, Replaced is coming along. So for those
people
of you...
People didn't have the energy for Skull and Bones.
Skull and what?
I know, right? What?
Was that a delayed game is eventually released?
They can't say things like that. Like a good game will eventually come out, or a bad game. What did they say?
A delayed game will eventually release. A bad game will always be bad.
Will always be bad. Okay, so that's like a delayed game. Whatever. But like, because Skull and Bones was the same situation where they had multiple delays. Multiple delays. I still enjoyed the game thoroughly when I played it, but because of all the delays, when it finally came out, people just wanted to hate on it at that point.
Yeah. I don't know. I think this is their last. I might just lose interest if they delay it one more time, because I'm sorry, man. I got other games to get hyped for. But 5 delays, that's a lot. It
is a lot.
In my opinion. So we will see what happens with Replaced. Fastback, Replaced, delays.
I'm okay with it. I got Planet Lana in my mind for next month, so
that's a good game.
So, but no, I do look forward to playing this one. April is not that much further, so no big deal.
Okay. All right. And then should I replace was this even on your radar?
Yes, it just I don't want it to happen like what was that indie game? I think it was in 2021 or 2022 that it was like a cyberpunkish game, but then it was never released. Something Midnight, I think it's called.
Last night. That was the
Last
one.
night.
That was the one you kept hyping up. We actually talked about it last week. We talked about it a little bit.
Yeah,
It
if
got
you would have
mentioned.
been here, you would have heard us talk about it.
It got mentioned.
I got vacations coming. Anyways, but this delay does not surprise me. Silk Song went through it, and that's one of the major games that people were waiting for it. So for me, it's nothing. It's just that we keep hearing this that it needs extra polish, and if it does, that's fine. But like I said, it's nothing major. What could be major is like you say, if it gets delayed or canceled. Now that's a whole different issue. That we already have been seeing a lot of games being canceled. So
Canceled. Yeah, but I'm talking about delays, man.
yeah, we're talking about delays. But you know how many times we ever heard and that is delayed like contraband, and all of the time we hear that it was canceled. So yeah, so that's one of those that could be like worse to hear that it gets canceled. Replays get canceled. So
Yeah.
as of right now, I could say it's a good thing. As long as they polish it how it's supposed to be, I'm really, I'm good to go. But yes, I am looking forward to it.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you go. Replaced everybody. Replaced. Let's move the show along to Terry's favorite game of all time.
Satsui game.
Oh,
sorry.
Starfield, Terry. Woo! Starfield
Uh,
news. Calm down, Terry. Calm down.
Starfield or Halo? Come on, Terry.
I know you want to talk
You can only choose one.
I don't want to talk about either one of these games.
Hold on, let me check it with the chat for you more people come in. It says, greeting, guys. Shout out to Lydia Sarmiento. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. He says, greeting, guys. Blessings to everyone. A very special greeting to the most beautiful part of this program, my beloved Shaddai. My beloved Shaddai. There you go.
Hey. Your partner will be coming in pretty soon around there.
Yeah. Yeah. I bet you she's just surprised to see you awake.
Oh
my goodness.
She's actually 1 hour ahead of me, so.
I thought you were Eastern time.
No, like because of daylight savings.
Yeah,
so,
but I thought you were Eastern time zone.
No, it is. But right now it's 9:27. Her time in Dominican Republic is 10:30.
Oh, okay. That's why he's going on vacation. It's your fault, Lydia. I'm just kidding.
Getting that passport ready.
That's right. Well,
I'm ahead of time. I'm ahead of time. I got everything.
Do you need a passport to go to the DR? Dominican? Yeah, you.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, you do.
If you go to Puerto Rico, no.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm mixing up DR with PR. Yeah.
Why? Because of the
Contraband never showed gameplay or provided a demo. Yeah, agreed, Chill Walker. And I was never hyped for it anyway. So to me, it was like
they just didn't show. They didn't show anything. So
no, that's fine. But every single time we keep hearing like it will release, not release this day, but we will hear something from it. And all of the time we never heard
every single
anything.
time. They only showed it once.
Yeah, it was only the intro.
Not even. I don't even know the announcement trailer.
I mean, I like the premise of it, but they didn't show anything.
Yeah, nobody cares. Let's see. Sergeant Sentinel, hope you're all having a wonderful Sunday. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. And can't wait for Resident Evil Requiem to drop. So why didn't this come out in October?
Yeah.
Wait, what is it with scary games coming out in February? They're like, oh, love, the month of love. You know what's scary? Love. Release Resident Evil.
You realize how many horror games come out in December? That's freaking weird.
well, technically, majority of the time when it comes to Resident Evil, it's always March. I'm very surprised it's actually February.
It's like, oh, spring flowers. That spring is supposed to be the renewal period. We're gonna renew your fear,
Hey, blame Dreadpool and Death Dealer.
right?
They celebrate Valentine's Day during yeah Halloween during Valentine's Day.
That's right.
That's actually true.
Yeah.
All right, so Starfield, there's been a lot of rumors about Starfield getting this 2.0 update. Everybody thought that they were going to get rid of loading screens and all this other crap, basically port it to a new engine, right, as Starfield 2.0. And Todd Howard went on the Kind of Funny podcast, Gamecast, to basically debunk all those. So, here we go. So, Todd Howard said, obviously, we've been working on a lot of Starfield content. I can tell everybody we're going to be talking about it really soon. We're moving into a phase where we're ready to talk about Starfield and really show that in the right way and what's coming to the game. We've been doing a lot of work that we like a lot, probably looking at a lot of the mods, right? It's not Starfield 2.0, I've seen some of that. So for expectation settings, I think it's the kind of thing where if you love Starfield, we think you're going to love this. It's updates and things that change the game, not in an isolated way, but sort of meta, using outer space and other things that we haven't. All right, sorry, go ahead, Terry.
Sorry, he said meta, and that made me barf in my mouth a little bit.
It is not Ferrari, just me.
Ugh, I can't stand meta gamers, man. Ugh. And when I say meta, I'm not talking about like Facebook, okay?
I like playing metas, but I like playing them in my own way. Yeah, like I don't play the triple. They have metas rank A, S through F. I'm usually like in the S A rank or B rank sometimes because those are the styles I like. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
By the way, just to refresh everybody, Starfield 2.0 started off that there was a press conference that was closed doors to press only at somewhere, right? I forget where. And that it was going to be like a cyberpunk style overhaul. The update would be a full scale transformation. Fans were expecting changes to systems, exploration, core gameplay, and a lot of people said it would fix the game for players who bounced off like Terry. Which I don't think.
Typical Bethesda, they know their game is broken, but they still do not want to fix it because they like to rely on the mod community to make their game good. I got you. Classic. Classic Bethesda.
To me, one of the funnest things about Bethesda games are the mods.
Yeah, because that's the only thing that makes their game good. They couldn't make the game good themselves. They need the fans to make their game good.
The game is good. Trust me, I played it. But then I downloaded some mods, and it's funny.
It needed the mods to make it good.
It's funny now. I get to change everybody's clothes. I get to change the dimensions. My spaceship looks like freaking whatever, a lunchbox.
Lunchbox.
Everything. So yeah, no. To me, Starfield was already a good game. If it's my game of the year for the year it came out. So yeah. Let's see. Let's keep going here. But look, if Starfield is something that you didn't connect with, but look, Terry, this is for you. Terry.
I'm listening.
If Starfield is something that Terry didn't connect with right away, or you bounced off it, or you found it boring in some places, I don't think that's going to change this fundamentally.
They're like, look, our game sucks so bad. We know you left, and we know we can't do anything to make it good to bring you in. We failed.
Whatever. This is a billion times the game Skull and Bones.
We are failures.
That is impossible.
We're going to allow the fan base to continue to mod our game to make it great. Yeah. They're going to make us so much money for all their free labor. Thank you, you gullible modders.
They said it's impossible to make Terry happy, so we give up. No 2.0 for Terry.
Oh man.
There was once a joke about a guy found a genie, and he goes, "I will grant you 3 wishes. Rule number 1, rule number 2, rule number 3, right? Whatever." And he's like, "I want to be immortal." And he goes, mankind isn't supposed to be immortal. I can't break the laws of physics. And he goes, I want to know what makes women happy. And he goes, tell me about immortality. What does it mean to you? Yeah, and that's us trying to make Terry happy with Starfield. Let's see. If you're someone who loves Starfield, we're really happy with it. We like it a lot. We have such a big audience in the game, and it's really like a Game Pass beast in terms of Starfield for us. We're really happy with the results, and our audience is great. Hard facts, man. I do love Starfield. I do love me some Starfield.
Same.
Let's see. He also said something else. I thought I had it here too, where he said if you're using on a game that launches on multi-platforms and especially on Game Pass, and you're using Steam charts to gauge how engaging the game is, I can tell you you're missing a large chunk.
Mm-hmm.
So something we already knew, and he also confirmed it. So yeah, that's the Starfield 2.0 overhaul. I can't wait. Relaunch into it. I do love me some Starfield. I do love me the everything. Do I have some gripes with it? Yes. Not. I have reasonable gripes on it, not weird made up gripes like Terry.
I don't have made up gripes about Starfield.
Because when you talk to me about Starfield, you talk to me about the mods, but not the game.
The game was boring, dude. Like the storyline? No, the storyline
dude,
sucked.
I love the story.
The story, the main story sucked. The faction storylines were really good. The main story sucked.
It's because they know most people aren't going to play the main. They're going for the factions. But yeah, no, I did do a lot of the factions. They're fun. Yeah. Hold on. So Shaddai, are you a Starfield fan or are you a Ferrari fan? Which one are you?
I'm a Lamborghini field. Anyway.
Lamborghini field.
Yeah. No, I had Starfield. I played it when it first came out. But then again, I had a nasty bug that when I was close to the edge of the building, it was getting stuck there. I'm like, how can I get out? And he couldn't get out. Or my character was going downhill, but when he went uphill, he had his arms spread out like this and he couldn't move. He just stayed like that. So I'm like, that's a nasty bug.
It's so weird. All these bugs everybody talks about, I never got them. You guys play weird.
Oh, I definitely had bugs in my game, dude.
And I couldn't. Then when I uninstall and installed it again, the new bug that I received was I couldn't grab the gun at the beginning when you get raided, and I couldn't grab it, and I got killed so many times.
Don't give him a gun. He doesn't have a license.
I had two bugs that happened on me that were really bad ones. Like I had some minor ones that I could let slide, but the two major ones was for a time I had like an infinite death bug. it just kept reloading. The game kept reloading, and then as soon as it loaded, it was back in the death sequence. It was just kept on a cycle. Like,
oh man,
I'm back, I'm dead, I'm back, I'm dead, I'm back, I'm dead, I'm back, I'm dead. I couldn't even do anything. It was just like back, I'm dead, I'm back, I'm dead.
You're death loop.
Yeah, I was in a death loop. And then I had another one where the ship got bugged and I couldn't open the door to get in it.
See what I mean?
The door to my ship was permanently locked. Nobody had the key. I even tore the ship apart and built a new one. Couldn't get in it. Stole a different ship. Couldn't get in it. Bought a different ship. Couldn't get in it. And I was like, F this game. I can't.
Well, and I'm like, I'm getting raided. And I'm like, wait a minute. The gun is right there and I can't grab it. But I see these radios with wires. I couldn't grab it and just toss it at them so I could kill them. I can't even do that. So I'm like,
I wait right now, real life or it's fantasy life, whatever kind of life. If I have a gun, your radio wires, my gun is superior. Just throwing it out there.
I get it, but when you have limitations like that does not let you grab the gun, hey, you gotta use Plan B. Use the radio, toss it at them. You have no other choice, but that's why I stopped playing it until they actually fix that bug.
That's so weird. I never experienced any of these bugs you guys are talking about.
Neither.
Now I did experience the gun pickup one, where it wouldn't let me pick up a gun. And there was a certain key press you had to do. It had to do with like something was loaded in the background and you had to unload it through the start menus. For some reason, it would think you were still in the start menus. It was weird, even though it wasn't showing the start menus. So I do agree with that one. I did experience that one, but to me that was a quick fix. Go to the start.
I had a lot of bugs with the characters too, where they were like all like slinkies and like.
I think it's because you're trying to play it on a 1070.
No, but like for freaking, it was just.
Nah,
Dude,
I think
playing it on Xbox.
no,
Like,
she was on Sansui.
dude,
I think she was on a Sansui. That's what happened.
I had it to where like Sarah was nothing but teeth, like her face was just eyes and teeth, and that was it.
That's creepy. Dang.
And then was it Andrea? Andrea was like her back, or like her back was broken, so like she was like bent. It was just.
That's
I don't
funny.
know, it was like.
See,
it was
like
weird.
these are not game breaking bugs. To me, those are funny bugs.
Yeah.
No, it looked terrible.
Fastback, what about you, man? Are you going to jump back into Starfield 2.0? I don't know if you played it, but are you?
No, I played the heck out of it. I loved it. I don't recall having some of those bugs that Terry and Shadai are talking about. And I just kept playing it. The story didn't really appeal to me. I'm one of those that I go do all the side quests, right?
Mhm.
I want to get buffed before I could beat the main deal. So I don't know. I liked it. I mean, I just got to a point where, okay, I'm going to jump on another game. I haven't jumped back in it. You know, I like the idea that now you have vehicles to travel on the planets. You know, make it a little easier to get around quicker and stuff like that. So now I'll end up jumping back into it and experience some of the new stuff.
I obviously played this when I played the Shattered Space DLC. Finished them both, and I'm running around exploring planets that I've never explored because, your ship has jump distance. So if you want to make it to a really far away planet, you got to jump several times.
Yeah.
And I like that. Thankfully, they don't have a fuel system, so that's good.
Yeah.
But I think that's cool. Now I'm like so far away from Earth that it takes me like 4 jumps to get back in. So, not from Earth, from Jesus Christ, what's the name of the main planet? I had it on the tip of my tongue. What constellation is Alpha Centauri, in the Alpha Centauri system, right? So yeah, I really like it. So we'll see what happens. I'm probably going to jump back in it because I love it. I love me some Starfield. It's everything I wanted.
Yeah, I love the whole exploration, traveling to planets and all that. There's some better stories on some of the side quest stuff, like the faction stuff. Than
some of the random stories that load up are cool too.
Yeah,
like one time I saw this lady walking this dude walking his pet alien on the moon. Almost killed it. So yeah, it's fun. Let's see. Z Field Mass Effect is the real space game. Ugh.
I agree. You know what? Because that game had an amazing story and it had amazing side quests. Not a crap story and good side quests like Starfield does.
Oh, the first one was great, and second one, but then all y'all want to do is have sex with the aliens. So don't lie. Yeah.
So yeah. Oh, and one of my favorite memories of Starfield is that where you got the chance to romance some of the one of the characters, and so I did that, and I showed my wife the romance part of it, and she was so mad because the lady didn't look like her. It was Sarah, right? And it was just so funny to me. So funny. Love my wife. Love teasing her.
The romance in Starfield is so lackluster, dude. It's terrible.
I think
it's as bad as Mass Effect Andromeda's romancing. It's
was Sarah the main one that would go with you on your mission? I thought she was annoying, right? She was naggy.
Yeah. She was like, if you killed anyone wrongly, she was so mad all the time.
So I purposely left her back at the main base. So you ain't going with me.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, my friend found out you could romance the boys too.
What?
Everybody in that game, just about depending on
the
what
companions you can romance.
Depending on what gender you play as.
No, even if you didn't play that gender, you could romance the guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Let's see. El Nini's in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. He says, well. It just works. Yes. Shout out to Legendary Yobi. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. He says, peace, love, life. Good morning. Good morning, Yobi. He says, I am a Starfield I love space battles, especially when I am a bounty hunter and can rob anybody. Until 6 bounty hunter ships show up and take me out. Oh boy, what a rush of adrenaline! Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it happens. I love the bounty ship where you get to grab the mantis ship.
Oh,
So
yeah,
fun.
yeah. I remember that. Yeah,
And like some bounty hunters, they know your reputation and they just leave due to the mantis
Yeah.
ship.
yeah. That's the cool part about stuff like that. You know,
Hmm.
finding stuff.
That's
like
right. Game of the generation. Hard agree. Hard agree. Gotta agree. I currently have 3 playthroughs on Starfield. I have a Star Wars playthrough as a Twilight Mandalorian. And I did see that somebody modded Starfield so much that
Yeah.
even the settlements look like Star
Yeah,
Trek.
no, like a
Star
complete
Wars.
remake. I would redo my PC just to play that. Maybe
Mhm,
one day.
mhm. Hashtag we want Terry. Yes. Music 72 is in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. You're the real MVP. Why can't I kill the enemies with this radio? Right?
That's true.
Right? Yeah. My current playthrough, I went through the lodge and my variant, aka twin, is there, which I was like, what? Wait a minute. It was so amazing. Yeah, you can run into yourself, into other versions of yourself.
Yeah.
That's what makes this game cool. Once you go through the
The-
singularity
yeah.
several times, there is a chance every time that you'll run into yourself. Yeah, I thought that was cool too. Sappho's in the house. Thank you so much for being here. You're the real MVP. He says, it's not Starfield 2.0. We shouldn't call it that. We're just setting ourselves up for disappointment and expecting some huge overhaul. Yeah. And Todd Howard definitely brought that in. Yeah. Let's see. The Eye and Mouth Bug is an Assassin's Creed classic. Yeah. Shout out to FarQ. Thank you so much for being here. You're the real MVP. Appreciate you. Says, hello, you lovely lie. Hello, FarQ. Hello. Yes. But yeah, loving Starfield. Love it, love it. All right, let's move the show right along. Anybody got anything else to say about their love for Starfield? Terry?
Ick.
Should I?
I'll get back to it when it's actually fixed, since they're working on Elder Scroll also. So it's not only this one. So let's
It'll
see.
be 20 years before Elder Scrolls comes out, bro.
Mm.
You got time.
I hope so that it gets better than this. But hey,
There'll be no guns in Elder Scrolls, I can tell you that.
a crossbow.
There'll be no
is
guns
the
or
closest.
radios in Elder Scrolls for you to use, okay? So be happy.
Well, that means if that is the case, it should be no bug, like it happened in Starfield.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Flashback, what about you? Anything else to say about your love for Starfield?
No, I definitely will jump back into it. So, and then see for myself what the updates are.
Yeah. Yeah. And I agree with Sappho. The Team Blue is in for a real treat. They have a polished Starfield, right? Right?
Yeah.
I just got back into Starfield. Yeah.
I think
Starfield is
overall,
amazing. It's an incredible game. Incredible game. I
As
love it.
much hate as some people have on it,
Oh, I feel
it's still a very successful game. It did
Okay.
well.
I know I haven't played for a while, but does it have dogfights in it?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sold. It gave me Halo 4 vibes.
More importantly, what does Terry think about the Bears moving to Indiana? That's right. It's the Indiana Bears now.
They can have them.
Is that official? I know there was talk of it.
No, they actually signed it.
Oh wow!
All right, here we go. And Game Pass February Wave 2 got announced. Woo! Fastback, what are we in for?
Well, let's see. We got Death Row, College
Death How.
Football 26.
Death How.
Yeah, sorry. I want. Damn it. Witcher. Was that Witcher?
Yeah,
Wild
well, The Witcher
Hunt.
3.
3 Wild Hunt.
Complete
Complete
edition
edition.
with all the DLCs.
Yeah. TCG Card Shop Simulator. So you could be like, watch out for all those people out there breaking in the shops stealing Pokemon cards nowadays.
Right?
They're protected
Crazy.
cards. Dice a Million, Towerborn. So what? This is going on premium. Is this the finished version of Towerborn?
Yeah,
I
this
know
will be the
yeah.
1.0 launch.
Right.
Yep.
Yep.
Final Fantasy 3. Thank you. So they're bringing all that. So we already got 1, 2,
Pixel
now 3.
Remastered 3. Yeah.
Yeah. And Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, which is kind of surprising, which they just gave us Kingdom Come Deliverance. and now this one's coming to Ultimate and Premium. So this was nominated for Game of the Year. So I still had not played it. I love the first one, so I definitely want to jump in this one to see all the differences and updates it did compared to the first.
And 3 day one launches on this one. Well, maybe 4? 4? No, 3. I was right. I guess technically 4. So Death Hound day 1.
Yeah.
Trading TCG Card Shop. Joins. I guess it's not a launch technically because it's in preview, so it's not day 1 yet. Okay, so back down to 3.
Yeah, I guess it's still in preview. I guess
Towerborn is day 1, and Dice a Million is day 1. So yeah, and by the way, check it out the card shop Shaddai. Check it out. This could be you.
What?
This could be you, Shaddai.
I don't want no card shop.
Shop simulator. It's
Oh
like,
my god! It gave me vibes.
Look at all these not Pokemons.
Oh, so shit. What's that?
Your gaming inventory here.
What's the game that supposedly is a Pokemon game? Power World.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? Well, one thing that's strange they don't show on here.
Oh my god! And all the smellies come in.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, I remember.
That's pretty accurate.
Oh god, the smellies.
It was like that at PAX South too.
I don't know what's up with these guys that they just are proud of smelling like trash.
Well, they're allergic to water, man.
Use a spray can on. There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, this is kind of interesting, though. I mean, if you're into card collecting and all that.
Yeah, if you want to, hey, card shops are more successful than game shops nowadays.
Yeah.
So there you go, TCG card shop simulator.
That's why a lot of your comic book stores have these part of it. Yeah.
And it's Xbox Play Anywhere.
Oh, okay.
All right, and then I also wanted to know what Dice a Million was all about. And I watched this trailer twice, and I'm still very confused.
That does not look right.
Like he's playing dice, but I don't understand the purpose of it.
See, it does not look right, man.
It never does.
I just don't understand. Like it's a chance game, but
is it like a rogue?
What is the point? Yeah, it's like a rogue-like chance game, but I don't understand the point of the chance. So yeah, I'm a little lost on Dice a Million. So we'll see what happens with this one. Also, day 1 on Game Pass. So yeah, this one just looks like a rogue-like dice throwing game.
Yeah, I mean these have been kind of trending now. Like there's that one where it's the game where you pull the slot.
Yeah, the roulette.
And just like Balatro, right?
Yeah. Oh, but Balatro had a point. I mean, it was basically poker.
Yeah, but you can have effects and certain things to help you, right?
Yeah.
So this might be something similar.
So there you go. Terry, which one of these games are you going to download?
Maybe Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
Okay. Fastback, which one are you looking forward to out of Wave 2?
Let's see. Probably TCG Card Shop, Fantasy 3, and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I'll download.
Nice. Shaddai?
I know I have The Witcher, never played none of the Witchers, but I always got curious about it. But the one that I'm more curious about is Towerborn. My friend Stitch, shout out to him.
It's a beat 'em up.
He said that is very challenging if you don't have people that play with you.
As it should be, as beat 'em ups used to be.
Yeah. So
Dog has it. Yeah, Clover Pit. Yeah, I played a little bit of Clover Pit. Couldn't get into it, man. I want to try Shotgun Roulette. I can't wait for that. If it ever comes over.
Damn.
Yeah. Let's see. El Ninici, I predict major Game Pass changes soon. Man, I'm not going to bet against you. That's probably what's going to happen anyway. Let's see. I'll let Terry read this one from Revan Skywalker. Thank you so much for being here. You're the real MVP. Terry, read it away.
Okay, the way that it's written, I'm gonna have to do it the way it's written the best that I can. Okay.
Yes.
I don't have the Cali girl accent. That's when I read this. That's what I envision is the Cali girl accent.
Let me hear your best clueless.
I can't do it. I wouldn't be able to do it. It'd be embarrassing. But all right. Anyways, so hold on. Final, just the way I can't do it. So like finally is fail. It's just the grammar is making it hard. So like finally is fail gone now. Xbox can have exclusive game. Also, Asha is so hot. Slay queen.
Love it. Love it. Shout out to Graphic God. Thank you so much for being here. You're the real MVP. Appreciate you, buddy.
Change it, graphic guy. Change the time.
All right, there we go. All right, so that's the Game Pass February Wave 2. So we'll see how it goes. And play those Final Fantasy Pixel remasters. They're good.
Yeah.
They only stay on Game Pass for a year, by the way. Anything Square Enix is only a year.
Oh, really? I thought it was like every 6 months.
No, it's like a year at most that I've ever seen.
Okay.
So yeah. All right. All right. Now that everybody's here, and I think we're reaching our peak audience, let's get to it. So Phil retired. Everybody, it's okay, Terry. It's okay. You can let it out, Terry. You can let it out.
I'm fine.
And we'll see what happens. All right. So Phil announced his retirement on Friday. So Friday night, everybody podcasted. I think I had like 5 viewers on Iconic Video Games because so many podcasts were like on Friday night reacting to this. It was crazy. I only had like 5 viewers. It was interesting. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But you guys missed out on a classic if you missed out on the Iconic Video Games podcast. But let's see. So Phil announced his retirement and statements were made. So let's go over the announcement first and foremost, right? So this is how I found out. Now, I was in meetings literally all day Friday. So he might have announced this, I think around 3 o'clock local time for me. But I didn't get to it till about 5:15. So I was hours late already. And a lot of podcasts had already done their reactions and stopped podcasting, right? So I didn't get like the initial bang of it. I got a little 2 hours late. So yeah. Terry, where were you when Phil announced his retirement? Where did you cry?
I didn't cry. I didn't. No tears were shed.
Where were you? So
I found out when I got back home from work, and I turned on the phone, and I just happened to see the post on. I think when I first saw it, I thought it was because I didn't recognize who posted it, so I thought, okay, it's probably just like a fake post. Because you know how people always make all these AI fake posts. So I was like, okay, whatever. Yeah. But then I went and did a quick search to see if it was legit, and then I seen other posts on it, and I was like, okay, cool, he moved on. I was like, but then I didn't care that he moved on. The thing that shocked me was when I kept reading, and it said that Sarah Bond had left too, and that's what caught me off guard because I thought. Yes. I thought that he was
she was the successor.
He was grooming her to take over. So so that's what caught me off guard was when it was like because he said that because we already knew that he was getting ready to step out. So that's not a shocker. The shocker was Sarah Bond left, man. Like what the heck?
There you go. Terry's sad about Sarah Bond. Music 72. Terry, no tears. How dare you? So right now we're just talking about where we were. Shaddai, where were you when you found out?
At work. I was at work when I know I was moving some buses at work. When I came back and I'm like, let me see Twitter. All of a sudden, I saw that Phil retired, and I reacted like this guy from the movie. The one with Adam Sandler, David Spade, Rob Schneider, Grown Ups.
Okay.
That the guy goes like, what? Like that. I'm like, what?
Wasn't it Adam Sandler that did that? Was like, what?
No. It's a black guy that has hair on the side, whatever it is. So I was like,
George Jefferson,
whatever his name is. But I know that at the same time, when that got announced, I was like, well, Phil this said somewhat like he wasn't know probably pretty soon when it was interviewed by Ryan McCaffrey,
Yeah.
because one of the questions was, you have been in the company for this many years, people wants to know when are you going to retire, and he started laughing, and he was like, as of right now I'm focused on this, but I don't know, maybe pretty soon. So I wasn't expecting that soon. But that was my reaction, honestly. It was my reaction. And
Yeah.
I was like Cool Cat Terry when I heard about the Sarah bomb. I even went double the what? Even higher, because I wasn't expecting that at all, like really at all.
Yeah.
So there must be something going on. We already know, even major hauls, major changes that made her decide to leave.
Well,
Was
yeah,
it?
we'll get into it. We'll get into it.
Yeah, we get into it later.
Yeah.
But that was crazy.
Fastback, where were you when
I was
this
at
when you
work.
found out?
I was at work at my desk, and I'm always multitasking. So I do it on my phone real quick, just go through socials, and I
Mhm.
saw it first on Facebook, right?
Mhm.
And then I'm like, okay, it could be fake, because it's on Facebook. So I didn't believe it at first. So I'm like, all right, let me go double check X, and then I went on X, and then you start seeing the trend. Then I saw Phil's post. I'm like, okay. So I'm like, wow. And I think not too long after that, I shared it with our DM, and I'm like, damn, you know.
Yeah.
So and then of
Mm-hmm.
course, and then when I saw later about Sarah, I'm like, damn.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get to it here. So Phil Spencer retires. So this is the post that I found out with. So it says, it's rare in life to know when a chapter is closing, but after 38 years at Microsoft, that moment has arrived for me. I've made the decision to retire and begin the next chapter of my life. It's a milestone that's given me a chance to reflect on the incredible journey I've been fortunate enough to share with so many of you. I'm excited for Asha Shar as she steps into the CEO role. And that was the shocking part to me right there. She's joining an incredible group of people, teams full of talent, heart, and deep commitment to the players they serve. Watching her lean in with curiosity and a real desire to strengthen the foundation we built gives me confidence that our Xbox communities will be well supported in the years ahead. Thinking back to my start as an intern in 1988, I never would have imagined
Dang.
the
Makes me
path
feel so
ahead.
old. Yeah, I feel so old. He doesn't look that old. Like,
He's 12 years old.
How
If he
old
was 18 there, he's 12 years
dude,
ahead of me.
I was born in '86, so like, dude.
And I mean 82.
Jeez.
I was
Man.
sick.
Man, he was fresh out of college, like when I was 2. Like
Crazy.
that's insane. Like he doesn't look that old, man.
Thinking back to my start as an intern in 1988, I never could have imagined the path ahead. I've been lucky to work with so many passionate creators, partners, colleagues, players across the industry. People who challenged me, taught me, and made this work full of joy and wonder. Thank you to everyone who's been a part of this chapter. This community has meant more to me than I can say. From here, I'll keep doing what's always mattered so much to me, cheering on the teams, pushing this industry forward, and playing alongside this incredible community. I'll see you online. So that's good that at least he's not giving up his gaming.
Nah.
So that's good. That's good to me. And of course, he puts an XO19 photo right here. So shout out to Phil. So not only that, but he also on the Microsoft blog, he also posted something there, right? He repeated the same sentence here, right? But then he goes into something new. Last fall, I shared with Satya that I was thinking about stepping back and starting the next chapter of my life. From that moment, we aligned on approaching this transition with intention, ensuring stability, and strengthening the foundation we've built. Xbox has always been more than a business. It's been a vibrant community of players, creators, and teams who care deeply about what we build and how we build it, and it deserves a thoughtful, deliberate plan for the road ahead. I'm just going to highlight that there because planning is not their strong suit right now. Today marks an exciting new chapter for Microsoft Gaming. Notice he called it Microsoft Gaming, not Xbox.
Just in case, Axel, that like and subscribe, can you make it a little bit smaller since it's blocking some of the wording?
No. There we go. I'll adjust the word. All right, there we go.
Okay.
Microsoft Gaming. He called it Microsoft Gaming. I thought that was dead. It was all Xbox now. Today marks an exciting new chapter for Microsoft Gaming as Asha Sharma steps into the role of CEO, and I want to be the first to welcome her to this incredible team. Working with her over the past several months has given me tremendous confidence. She brings genuine curiosity, probably because she doesn't know what she's doing, clarity, and a deep commitment to understanding players, creators, and the decisions that shape our future. We know this is an important moment for our fans, partners, and team, and we're committed to getting it right. I'll remain in an advisory role through the summer to support a smooth handoff. Right? So he's still there till the end of summer. I'm also grateful for the strength of our studio's organization. Matt Booty and our studio's team continue to build an incredible portfolio, and I have full confidence in the leadership and creative momentum across our global studios. I want to congratulate Matt on his promotion to Executive Vice President and Chief Content Officer. He's the CCO.
Wasn't that Sarah Bond's role?
She was president of Xbox.
Oh.
And Phil was CEO of Xbox. So
then who's
they
president?
restructured the gaming facility.
So they changed their whole thing? So like there's no more president?
I guess not. As part of this transition, Sarah Bond has decided to leave Microsoft to begin a new chapter. Sarah has been instrumental during a defining period for Xbox, shaping our platform strategy, expanding Game Pass and cloud gaming, supporting new hardware launches, and guiding some of the most significant moments in our history. I'm grateful for her partnership and the impact she's had, and I wish her the very best in what comes next. Most of all, to everyone in Microsoft Gaming, he keeps calling it that, I want to say thank you. I've learned so much from this team and community, grown alongside you, and been continually inspired by the creativity, courage, and care you bring to players, creators, and to one another every day. I'm incredibly proud of what you built together over the last 25 years, and I have complete confidence in all of you and the opportunities ahead. I'll be cheering you on in this next chapter as Xbox's proudest fan and player. All right, let's pause and talk about Phil. Okay? Phil. All right, so just to reiterate, right? They started talking about retirement last fall, telling Satya Nadella he was ready. He emphasized deliberate and stable transition, right? He said more than once that he believed that Xbox is more than a business, and he's going to stay on the advisory role. So pretty good PR statement overall. I'm a little sad about Phil leaving personally, as he has been Xbox since the Xbox One days. He was the longest reigning CEO of a gaming company in our time, almost ever, right? Of a publisher or platform holder, I guess is the better word. Platform holder. He was the longest one, and I mean, you remember, like, I think 4 or 5 Sony CEOs have come and gone. 2, maybe 3 Nintendo CEOs have come and gone, and so Xbox had stability. And don't forget, the reason we like Phil so much also is because he saved the brand when they were thinking about selling it. Right? And people hate Phil because he moved into the future and they stayed in the past. Like me and Shaddai with exclusives, right?
Yeah, you dinosaurs.
Yeah. So Phil has a long tenure at Xbox. He's been all this. What do you think about his I'll be right back, guys. But Terry, we'll start with you. What do you think about his 12 years? I mean, it's a little short of 12 years, but basically 12 years as head of the platform we all love here.
Okay. Well, for me, so I I came into Xbox during the 360 time period. I never owned the original one, so I came in during the 360. So, you know, for me, how do I say this? So as the generations, you know, 360 was like the heyday, like the big heyday, I'd say, like, you know, for Xbox. I mean, they're still doing really well, but I feel like 360 was like pinnacle. And then, so for when, I don't even remember the guy who was in charge for the 360, but he killed it.
You're talking about
I can't remember his name.
well, it was Phil Harrison and Peter Moore.
Peter Moore.
Yeah,
Okay.
Peter Moore.
Yeah, like they did, like what they did with the 360 was so impressive that was a tough act to follow, right? A tough act to follow. And then, you know, they had some problems, you know, the 360, you know, the first wave of them had the red ring and issues and stuff like that. So they had some hurdles, but still the 360 had so many games. Like they had a massive library, and I think it was, you know, it was great. So then Phil Spencer coming in, you know, the Xbox One, they had so much change that was happening at that time that it was a tough hill to climb, right? It was a tough hill to climb. And if I remember, I can't remember who was the marketing guy that put his foot in his mouth for the launch of the Xbox One.
Don Matrick was the CEO of Xbox back then, or the head of Xbox back then.
Okay.
He's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
He basically made it so hard for Phil when he came in with his marketing for the Xbox One, and how with the Kinect, and how everybody was scared that, you know, they're going to be monitored constantly, and all, he basically killed the brand before it came out. You know, so many people, and I had friends too that I had been gaming with on Xbox that jumped ship to PlayStation because of what that guy had said with the Kinect. And it made, well, nowadays it's like a mute point because everybody is okay with having all these devices that listen to you 24/7. You know, now people are okay with it, but back then it was like, it was taboo, and it was like, how dare they, you know, have a camera and a microphone, you know, on all the time, you know. And it wasn't even like that, you know. He worded it so poorly. But for Phil to, you know, get through that and still have a successful launch, you know, not as good as it could have been if that other guy kept his mouth shut, but like, you know, he had to get through that, and then to bring all the hurdles with people saying that, you know, Xbox has no games and all that crap. You remember all that crap, because PlayStation at that same time, you know, they were doing a lot of acquisitions and getting big games like Spider-Man and stuff like that to really kind of tip them over. And that's all people talked about for a long time, was God of War made their comeback, and then they had Spider-Man, right? So we didn't, I mean, yeah, we had Gears and stuff, but to me, we didn't have games that hit at that level that what was it, 2018? The 2018 God of War, that was when it first made its return to God of War, and then like the Spider-Man that Insomniac had made. We didn't have anything at that level. The marketing that they had for those games was phenomenal. Like, you have to give it to them. The amount of money they spent, like just in New York City, you know, like every building, every billboard, every train, everything had Spider-Man on it. You couldn't turn your head without seeing Spider-Man. You know, like that's insane. You know, and so like it just really made Xbox look like they couldn't do anything right. Like they had no games, they didn't have the marketing. You know, it just,
they had no studios.
They didn't have anything. You know, they didn't have anything. So it was just this. You know, he basically. They basically handed him off a ticking time bomb, and you know, had to figure out, you know, am I gonna let this thing blow up, or am I gonna figure out how to neutralize it and make this, you know, something good? And Phil did it. You know, there was so many hurdles he had to climb when he took over to make the console better, you know. So they had the One X or whatever come out, right? So they had to improve the hardware, and then they started doing all the acquisitions after they started getting the hardware figured out. Then they started doing all the acquisitions so they could start bringing in games and stuff in, which really started making the turnaround so that they can get ready for the next gen. And at the same time, in the back burner, while we're getting hyped for the next gen, they already had all their plans in motion to start the next thing where they're going to, you know, reshape the ecosystem and bring in Game Pass and you know, because, you know, Microsoft plans things like decades ahead of everything. You know, they're always planning deep into the future. And so, like, all of these changes, you know, the thing about all the things that had changed and shaped how gaming is now compared to, you know, right when Phil had, you know, stepped in, like, gaming has evolved a lot in a very short time frame. And I feel like people kind of take that for granted. And they don't realize how quickly we had to reshape everything and we had to adjust to stuff because people hate change. They hate change. There's always a lot of pushback, and he was able to push through all that pushback, you know, because people, because of all the changes and stuff and going in a new direction and reshaping the ecosystem to be Game Pass and to be play anywhere and everywhere and all that stuff. Everybody kept going on about how Xbox is dead, and they still go on that narrative today because, you know, they're unimaginative. They don't have anything else that they can come up with because there's nothing, you know. So they just rehash the same old stuff. But, you know, for him to be able to get through all that and to achieve what he did in such a short amount of time is he should feel very proud of what he's accomplished, and he is going out on a high note, even if they didn't sell as many consoles as the competitors did. He's still going out on a high note because the things that he changed with Game Pass and stuff is reshaping how games are done. To even the competitors are changing their ecosystems to compete with the new ecosystem instead of being the ones that, you know, push how everything is done. Like, because they were the ones that always decided how games are going to be sold and what the prices were going to be. You know, they shaped everything to where his change shook them up enough to where they realized the old way wasn't working, and now they have to now scramble to play catch up on that. So that's something for him to be proud of, that he was able to achieve that. He's going out on a high note in his career, in my opinion. I know a lot of people are going to see it at that, you know, he came in while Xbox was in turmoil, you know, because the Xbox One was a rough generation. And some people are going to see it that it's still going out in turmoil because they admitted that they lost the console wars. You know, they don't have any big games like Spider-Man, you know, or this or that or whatever. You know, the same crap. But I feel like we have so much more within our ecosystem than to be like, okay, you guys got what, 5 major franchises you can list off? That's all you guys have to tout about is you got God of War and Spider-Man and Last of Us and Uncharted, right? That's all they can ever talk about is the same stuff. But then when we talk about having our big ones, you know, Halo, Forza, Gears, whatever, they are like, you know, those games don't matter because they're old games. All the ones you guys are proud of are old games. So, like, it's just stupid. But no, I'm happy with what he's done. I'm happy that he reshaped the ecosystem and gave players choice, you know, because the competitors, they kind of took away choice. Everybody basically bought that one box and they paid whatever price they set out, and that was it. Now it can be like, you know what? You can buy your game, you can play with your friends. It doesn't matter if you're playing it on PC, a console, your phone, your TV, you know, whatever device that you want to put their ecosystem on is there. So now, you know, everybody has access to an Xbox, you know, so you don't even have to buy a console anymore to still be part of the Xbox ecosystem, and that's major.
It is.
So, you know, he's going out on a high note. So, you know, well done, Phil.
Yeah. Well done. By the way, just in case you don't remember Phil Spencer's accomplishments, and these are just the ones I thought about in the last 5 minutes. Okay? While Terry was talking, I put some on there, you know? The rough Xbox One launch, he navigated that. Game Pass, backwards compatibility, day one, cross-play, cross-platform. the strength of the PC gaming support, the adaptive controller, and he's brought more third parties in than Xbox has ever had. Just throwing it out there, including the elusive Square Enix. Chat, let us know how you feel about it. Let me catch up with the chat. That was great, Terry, by the way. I agree with a lot of what you say.
Yep.
So yeah, it's okay. Don't cry, Terry. Don't cry. All right. So let me do this here. Let's see. Phil is only a few years older than me. Oh, dang. What are you doing with your life, man? Where's your gaming company? No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding, Graphic God. Just kidding.
He's got graphic company.
That's right.
Makes us look good.
Yeah. Let's see. Matt has always been responsible for the games and content. Yeah, he has. Let's see. Shout out to Miss Business Model Terry. Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to her. Let's see. Xbox was a natural progression for me being such a huge Sega Dreamcast guy. Yeah. Don Matrick was responsible with third-party exclusives. He was, yeah. Music says Xbox equals Sega 2.0. I don't think so, man. I bought the first Xbox, Sappho, yeah. Let's see. Just going over it. Xbox can always make a chief into a sad dad with a young clone of himself with some Cortana personality. Yeah, so true, right? Let's see. A lot of people are still believing the Series S. His S caused all this to happen. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, shout out to Lost Boomer. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Appreciate you, brother. Dan, the man Cunningham is in the house. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Let's see. And I'm just trying to get to it. This is really genius by splitting Java and Bedrock. You kept the fans happy and monetized Bedrock players. Yeah. That is in Minecraft, if you don't remember. Oh, yeah. I should have put on here. All those acquisitions started with Minecraft in 2014.
Yeah, with Mojang.
With Mojang, yeah.
That was the first big one. Yeah.
In 2014, that was a huge one.
Yeah.
Shaddai, Phil Spencer left you. Dry those tears, buddy. Try to do that. What do you think about Phil Spencer's time as leader? Was it good for you, bad for you? Tell me how it is. It's 10 years. 10 years of leadership. What do you think?
Okay. For me, you had the perfect person running the company because he's a gamer like us. Mm-hmm. He understood our language, what we wanted. The good thing about him is that you rarely see leaders getting involved with the community. They'll get, we always see people like, hey, Phil answered to me through the Xbox or through Twitter. So he was, even though he's a busy man as a president, he was always had this communication with his loyal fans or customers. That's how you're supposed to be. You're supposed to know what gamers, customer want, so he could make the decision. That's the reason why, like you said earlier, Xbox never had, I think other than the 360 era, so many studios under Microsoft to make games for the console. This is one of the, I think this is like, they gain more studios now than it was in the 360, if I'm not mistaken. So he's more involved, but that was because due to him. And that was one of the major backlash that we as a gamer, we have. Because it was always the same thing, or we get AA games and they're not good enough. The Dead Rising 3, the Record, this one's good. It's just we never had a sequel, but Rise on Rome. But he did listen to us after a lot of backlash, oh, Xbox doesn't have any games and they don't have studios. But now that the company have a lot of studios, look where we are now. When the Xbox One console came out, it was always 1080 versus 900p. Then he released the Scorpio when it was a transition from the dumb metric to him. Um, so he made a lot of good changes. He really did. Um, it's just that I think he already saw what was going on. Probably there's a lot of things that he does not agree with. So he better. So I guess he decided to leave now instead of setting up for failure. He is leaving with a lot of his legacy in the
And what a
division.
legacy.
I'm sorry,
And what a legacy.
and what a legacy, and that's the
Yeah.
problem. You don't see that very so often, like that. From like you said, from a bad launch of the Xbox One to the Series S. So it's a lot of things. The new leader have. He got that person have a shoe to fill. There's a lot of going on there that he's leaving behind. So, um, like I said, he did mention before with Brian McCaffrey that he was about to retire, but he said he does not know, maybe pretty soon. I guess it did it now before anything. Happy for him. Congratulations to him on his journey from 1988, like we see right now, to 2026. It just, we're not going to be able to see another person like that, a leader gamer. We don't see that. Majority of them, they're pretty much what? Corporate?
CFOs, finance guys.
Yeah, finance, Instacarts. So the Home Depot and the Home Depots, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So you don't see that. That's why we always say when you have somebody to run, it better. That person really needs to learn that specific area, and Phil is one of those. He knew. He really, really knew.
Yeah, I agree with Dan the Man Cunningham here. I appreciate that Phil was a gamer first.
But that's what I'm saying. How many times he ever showed? Well, during the interview. Well, every single time that I'm playing Destiny 2, how many hours? And the only thing that we see like 2,000 hours from him playing.
Yeah. Or when he was I remember he was playing. What was it? Jesus Christ, the stupid one where you had
Rambo.
No.
Rambo.
He was playing a game where
he did play Rambo.
It's almost like Gang Beast, but you got to move stuff.
Moving now?
Yeah.
God, what was that name called? It has the Gang Beast style movement where it's floppy, but you got to move from point A to point B. Anyways, the person he was playing with.
You're talking about animal something?
No, don't think so.
That was a fighting one.
No, it wasn't a fighting one. This was a goal one.
Yeah.
And he was telling the interviewer that was playing with him, look at what I'm doing. You have to do this. Like, you can tell that's a real gamer right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, keep going. Should I? Sorry to interrupt you.
No, that's fine because it aligns with what I was saying with Destiny 2. You don't see leaders playing, and then you have this gamer conversation other than common sense. Business, but you never had that conversation. Yeah, I'll be playing this and I'll be playing with this other leader, and you barely hear that. I think I remember one interview. He was like, "Well, I was playing with Major Nelson." I'm like, "What?" So now you're having like they're trying to call it like old men in the 40s playing whatever it is. That's how you're supposed to be. You grow up with that. You're gonna play with maybe the same person, maybe until you're 80. You don't see that. You just whenever see when I never seen competitors talk like, well, I came from this background or whatever the case may be that I play a lot. Like you said, from other areas. He just that very rare, but he left a good legacy. I could say he left a good legacy.
Okay, yes, and shout out to Music 72. He got the game I was thinking about. Human Fall Flat. Yes,
Oh,
that's the
and
game.
he created. Oh yeah, and one more thing. So he created that too.
Yeah. So, we were very fortunate as Xbox fans to have a gamer CEO. Fastback, 10 years of the gamer CEO. How do you feel?
No, I really liked Phil Spencer when I first saw him in E3 2013, right? When we saw Don Matrick fumble the ball. And then I remember after that, I seen Phil Spencer. They couldn't talk to him, and I felt like at that moment, I felt like he was a humble, genuine person. And I got the sense of him being a gamer first, but he seemed like the right person that you want to talk to from Xbox, right? And so that's when I first was introduced to him, and so I enjoyed that interview with him. I remember seeing Mikey Barr around the same time too, and so Mikey Barr was more business, more like the technical stuff, this and that. So I'm like, okay, but Phil Spencer I did like when I first saw him there. So from there, before he became, and then whenever he took over, I was happy that he was the person. I felt like that was a good start to get Xbox turned around in the right direction. But he had to rebuild that foundation, right? And it wasn't going to be easy. But if you look at, so I go back and look at his career, and like y'all said, he started in '88 as an intern, right? I see that he leading the development Microsoft's first CD-ROM based titles.
He started off with the Britannica,
Yeah.
Encyclopedia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Encarta, Microsoft Money.
I use Microsoft Money. God, man.
They said that he was a big time gamer on Ultima Online. Right.
Yeah.
There's also evidence of his gaming pedigree. He joined Xbox in 2001. So, he was, there working with studios like Lionhead and Rare. And so he was building that experience, from the ground up, right, throughout those years before he became the head of Xbox. And so before I get to him and what he's done, I want to go back and look at the other heads, right? You had Robbie Bach. He launched the original Xbox, right? Plus led into the 360 days, right? You had Peter Moore. He was 2003, 2007. Robbie Bach was 99, 2010. Okay. Then you had Peter Moore came in as like he was the exciting the face of Xbox, right? He had no problem in the public speaking. He was passionate.
Yeah, he was good.
He had that tattoo, right? The Gears of War tattoo.
No, that was Grand Theft Auto tattoo.
No, it was Gears of War. He had the gear. I could
No, it's Grand Theft Auto.
Not Grand Theft Auto.
It was
he was at Xbox.
I think it was because due to exclusivity or something like that.
But I mean, even at that, like with Peter Moore, I think he was real good at what he did. But he would always have the ring of death tied to him, right? But he handled it well, I think. And then you had Don Matrick, which I did not like. Now, I would say Don Matrick probably continued what Robbie Bach and them did, where they were real big on marketing, right? Call of Duty, certain games, they were real good at that third-party marketing to where people felt like I had to go to Xbox and play these games, right? They're the ones who helped the Call of Duty, the Shooter Bro, a lot of those games. That's why 360 was so popular. But at the same time, Don Matrick, so he was 2010, 2013. I mean, the Kinect was a decent thing, but I think how they handled it was a little bit, forcing it on us. And on the Xbox One, and just what he did during 2013 E3. So that's why he was out. What he did during 2013 E3, he was out. Before Phil, or around the same time that Terry Myerson, right? I think he was Phil's boss.
Yeah, Terry Myerson, the head of Windows. Yeah.
So it shows him 2014, 2015. That's probably the transition with him and into Phil, right? And then now, right, Phil takes over 2014 after the whole debacle in 2013 that a lot of people, say. But for me, what Phil has done, I really respected what he's done for me and an Xbox gamer, where he decided, all right, one of the first things that he brought us was backwards compatibility, right? That was a big announcement at one of the E3s or so on. And so that was the first start of his foundation. And then also you think about too, the E3s, he kind of transitioned from the traditional E3 format to where Xbox is going to take their own thing into their across the street at the Microsoft theater, right? So, and then, and then you had the fans. So he was all about gamers too. So he brought something to Xbox gamers to be able to, instead of them having to not just deal with E3 and all the other stuff, but they had a home for Xbox announcements, right? And then not too long after that, he decided, okay, the Xbox One kind of was lacking. Let's kind of do a refresh. Let's do the Xbox One X, right? And a lot of that had to do with the whole 4K stuff and all that. Where the original Xbox and even the PS4 were not able to handle the 4K with gaming. So, there was that refresh, and I thought he did a good job with that. And then around that time, here comes Game Pass, right? And that was huge for me.
Game Pass, yeah.
Because before Game Pass,
hell yeah,
I didn't buy every game day one, like a lot of gamers, I think. I waited for the sales, and if I like the game, I'll buy it on sale. So people who say that games suffered because of Game Pass and that they didn't make all these sales, I'm like, they weren't doing it before Game Pass. If there's a lot of competition out there, unless you were did very well in marketing, if your game was that good and the word spread and online, you were not going to be big at launch day one or so in the beginning. So you had to put your game on sale by the time the holiday. Depends on when you launch, right? So I think what Phil did that was huge for us Xbox gamers. It helped bring engagement up. It helped developers from indies to be able to take a chance, make a deal with Xbox, and then now it's there on Xbox for a lot of gamers to try. Because same thing with indies. A lot of games, $19, $20, maybe you're like, I'm not sure. I'll wait for a sale. So people weren't taking chances on a lot of indies. Game Pass provided that for indie developers to be able to get the engagement.
Hard facts on that one.
Liking what they were playing, and then now the messaging was coming, and now these studios were able to kind of like, all right, hey, we got some, we're gaining momentum. We can continue supporting the game with the gamers, and get that feedback because of Game Pass. So Phil brought that. Now, along with a lot of other things, like Phil was not perfect, right?
Right.
First and foremost, he was a gamer. He had multiple areas of Microsoft and Xbox where he had experience, but I think overall, like marketing, PR, that was not his forte. He was not a Peter Moore, right? He was more in the weeds of everything, trying to help everybody out, learn as you go, this and that. He did the best he could. So when he was out there talking interviews and all that, he wasn't the best PR speaker for Xbox, right? So he got a lot of criticism on that. I mean, I was okay with that, him out there, but maybe Microsoft should have helped him with someone who could kind of help him with the PR. But he was just trying to be genuine and honest the best he could, right?
But that's how he got, the praise because he was very transparent.
Yeah.
So that was a good thing about him.
For us, people who were gamers first, we respected that and respected everything that Phil brought. Did we like everything that Xbox did? But like I said, he made some mistakes. He had a roadblock because before he became at the head of the table, I think not too long, finally Satya and Microsoft, and with Phil's help, brought Xbox into the big table with all the other departments of Microsoft, right? Phil did that. He put that together. He built a foundation. He went out there and, said, all right, we need more studios. We need more games. He went and helped get that, right? The ABK, the ZeniMax, and, Obsidian and so on. And because of all that Phil has done, what are we getting from it today? We're getting a steady flow of games. This is what his goal was, right? And then
remember when everybody laughed that day? He was like, "Oh, I wanted to do a game a quarter," and now look at him; they're doing like 6 games a year.
Pretty much, yeah. And then his goal too was to bring Xbox to everybody. So they expanded the ecosystem onto PC, the handheld. Now they're putting games on other platforms like Nintendo and PlayStation. He's all about gamers first, and he wants gamers to play where they want, what they like, and how, and this and that. And he's expanded the ecosystem, right? So I think being there 38 years with all the experience that he brought and all of the things he's done for Xbox, I think he's done everything that he could do. And that, a lot of us, even myself, I'm getting to that point where my time is coming. And he's 58 years old. I'm 51. I could see, I see the end of the path for me soon. And so I understand where he's come from. He had planned this, like they said, he had already planned it with Satya. This is, not a surprise to him. It wasn't, just something that, he just, all of a sudden, it was planned. And so they set up now.
And I want to retire early. What a gift. What a gift.
But that him and Satya had already set up a plan for Xbox going to the future.
Oh, you mean Satya? I'm like, who's Satya?
So I was wondering the same thing. I'm like, Satya.
So he's continuing to helping Xbox grow and the roadmap going forward and the transition. And we're very lucky and very happy that Xbox was part of Xbox and that we were all able to be part of that. I mean, that's over 10 years. I mean, or that he's done that. So I'm excited for the future of Xbox because of what he's done and what he's passing on to Asha. So
yeah, absolutely. Great way to say it, guys. Great way to say it. Oh man, I don't know if I can add to this. Let me check in with the chat though, real quick. So I remember. So somebody put this up. Safo says, "I remember someone nuked Phil's camp in Fallout 76 when Tango closed." Yeah, and you couldn't do that if he wasn't a gamer.
Yeah.
If Phil wasn't a gamer, you wouldn't be able to do that, right? But El Nini says, "A gamer or non-gamer, C-suite job is to make the shareholders happy, right? And nothing makes the shareholders happy like getting more gamers on their platform." Just throwing it out there. So, and who understands gamers better than gamers, right? I agree a lot with Dan here. It would have been, I knew it was coming, but I can't help think it would have stuck it out through the anniversary. Still feels to me that he reached his limits with the board. Probably.
I think he's still sticking out through the. He didn't say when exactly he's leaving. He's going through the summer, and sure he's got a certain date past that anniversary date.
It's just that I'm sure he'll be there. As maybe a lot of other Xbox CEOs will be. And here it is. It was a Gears of War tattoo.
Yeah. Actually, no.
It was.
Because I have the picture. It says Halo 2 right here.
Whatever. It does not.
That's AI.
That's AI.
Oh,
Anyways.
whatever it is. But it wasn't Gears. I know it was Grand Theft Auto. I'll look for the video. I'm still against it.
The Xbox One VCR was super ugly, but at least it had good quality. You know what? I don't have a problem with my Xbox Fat. My Xbox One Fat. I call it the fat one. I mean, look how massive the PlayStation is, and you don't hear everybody like
I
calling it
know.
out.
It's funny how that
The
goes, right?
earliest
Yeah.
POS I've ever had in my living room.
I mean, it was huge, but I felt like they didn't want to repeat what happened with the 360.
Yeah.
You know, they're just playing it safe.
I personally had no problem with the Xbox One Fat, and I like the Connect integration personally. It's maybe because I could see the future. Is like right now I can talk to my phone the way I could have talked to my Connect 20 years ago. Yeah. So there you go. All right. So on to me. So I've been an Xbox gamer since the beginning, but I graduated college in 2014 and started getting into Xbox in 2015. And let me tell you something. If anybody tells you that the media wasn't hating on Xbox, they're lying. Because when I came on in 2014 and started looking at all the typical media places to find games to play now that I could, holy cow, every article was negative. Every single one. And don't give me this crap that like, oh, we wrote good art. No, you didn't. Show me, because Google couldn't find it, right? So to me, but the thing, and that's also when I discovered podcasting, and I discovered just how bad morale was at Xbox, and I'm like, really, right?
Yeah.
Like, all this was a shock to me as a casual coming into the hardcore scene, right? And everybody talks about this, that when Phil took over, Xbox was. Microsoft leadership was questioning whether Xbox should even exist, even continue. And Phil is the one who rebuilt trust inside Microsoft. He proved that the brand still had potential, right? And he even convinced leadership to invest instead of abandon it. That's a boss move right there, if I ever heard one, right? He made backwards compatibility the default. Not just backwards compatibility, but my Series X right here, I get to play 4 generations of Xbox on one box.
Hey, Axel.
With better performance, auto HDR, FPS boost. Some of them even have audio improvements. I mean, come on. It was like getting remasters for free.
Axel,
And that became the default.
Whenever you can, check on your DM real quick. But anyways, go ahead.
We moved on past the tattoo, should I?
Yeah, you might be right, but we're not going to admit it.
Yeah.
I like to have proof. But anyways, go for it. Keep going.
And then hold on, I'm accessing my, oh my god, I'm so zoomed in because it's set for articles. Let me see.
Music was right. Music got it right, not should I.
Yeah.
Thank you, music.
What the heck? It's not GTA. What the hell? Should I?
No, keep going. Oh, yeah, okay. Not that one.
Right, look. It's Halo 2 right here.
Uh-huh.
Look at the GTA one that he's talking about. Look at this BS, right?
See?
It looks like he started Gears on top of the Halo 2 one. Yeah. See.
Yeah.
Exactly. So stop.
And then on his other side, hold on. Let's
there you go. See what I mean?
Look at this. Oh my god. Look at
There
that.
you go. It was never Gears. Thank you. The same thing with Shansui. See, I'm 2 for 2. It's a real thing.
Somewhere else where he can't show it. That's why.
Oh my god.
No, go ahead.
He launched Game Pass, and he didn't just launch Game Pass, which became the best value in gaming. He also made it a point that they were going to push everything from Xbox first party was coming Game Pass day one. That made it such a good deal. And even today, it's still the best deal in gaming. People don't realize it, but Xbox is publishing more on Game Pass per year than ever before.
That's true.
So if you are an Xbox gamer and you like their games, not a third party, maybe not so strong if you're a third party gamer. That's it's still the best value in gaming because you get to play the Xbox ecosystem for one monthly fee, right? He championed crossplay a lot. I remember Sony was going for crossplay, and then they found out that people were gonna leave their ecosystem for the 360, and they were against it. And Phil championed it so hard that basically Fortnite straight up said like, "Oh, it's just a push of a button for us." Yep.
I thought it was Rocket League, the one that said like you push on a button and
everyone wanted the ones too. Yeah,
I remember.
Right?
Yeah, it might have been. But somebody said that, and now look at it. Crossplay is standard in the industry, right? And to me, probably the biggest thing Phil did was get a seat at the table. Flashback, you touched on this, that Xbox was under Windows with low funding. Terry Myerson didn't care for Xbox. He wanted it out. And Phil not only got him out, Xbox became its own division with real influence inside Microsoft now. And now it's a core pillar of the company. Xbox is a core pillar. And this shift gave Xbox the resources, leadership, and long-term support it needs to grow. And here's where I'm going to resources. With those resources, what did he do? Give us the world's most powerful console. And he also gave us, he expanded from Ninja Theory to Obsidian to Activision Blizzard King. He got the billions, not the millions, the billions needed. What is one of the things as Xbox gamers we always wanted Xbox to be? Be the juggernaut, right? And I think when Phil got the seat, Xbox finally became the juggernaut. And now you can't really ignore it. Third parties can ignore it. Game Pass, hey, you want to get Discovery? We got Game Pass. They got a waiting list on Game Pass. So I think that's cool. And lastly, even though this is he's leaving before this is complete, he started unifying the ecosystems. So even he got a seat at the table and expanded the ecosystem and all that, but he has started to unify it, right? With the Asus ROG Xbox Ally right there. I think he did that, and it started to unify the ecosystem. People wanted a portable Xbox. He gave them a portable PC and a peek into the future. So I think that's really cool. So let's see. Let me see. Let's see. But the Xbox One X does destroy the PS4 Pro in every way possible. Absolutely, it did. Mm-hmm. It absolutely did. No lies detected. So that's what Phil said. But not only did Phil say all that, right? Let me change things up here. Satya also said stuff. So let's move up to Satya. Now, I'm not going to read all this as, it's going to take forever to read everybody's statements. I'm just going to read the bullet points that I wrote down. Right? Oh, get rid of this. No, do not save that. I don't care. Let's see. Bullet points of Satya. I take a lot of notes the day before, guys. So basically he framed Phil's departure as a planned succession, not a forced exit. So he wants to verify that it is a planned succession, not a forced exit. He praised Spencer's 38 career, including acquisitions, ABK's ZeniMax, Mojang, and cross-platform strategy. He reaffirmed that Microsoft is a long on gaming. Long on gaming. Did he say long? Yeah, he did say long. I am long on gaming. So it is a long-term play, and it seems central to the company's consumer ambitions. And he also introduced Asha, right? So he wanted to communicate that, hey, this is natural part, not sudden reaction. And I think also Phil staying there till the end of March throws that. So Satya had nothing but good things to say about Phil, so it's not like they're living on bad terms. I think that's a good thing, right? Right, Terry?
Yeah.
So that's good for Satya. He also announced my booty and just all that good stuff. So what do you think about that? Should I your departure? Hey, Phil's got that letter of recommendation. Not that he needs it, but I'm just saying.
Nothing is more like that's like every job. I'm gonna give you a 2-week notice on living on good terms. Here you go. Happy for the person, even though I only met that person for pretty much a couple of months compared to Sarah Bond, that is years. So that kind of a little bit of a difference right there. But it's a normal, it's a normal send off. Living in good terms. You're in good hands. Mm-hmm. Thank you, and have a great day.
Yeah,
that was pretty much it.
All right, so that was pretty much it. Okay, what about you, Fastback? Anything to say about Satya, who's still there? And remember, he's the boss. No matter who's in charge of Xbox, they're gonna do what Satya said.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Satya. So first of all, he's all about AI, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Been pushing that. Microsoft pushing that. So I think Phil has reached his limit of what he can, what his experience and this and that. I think
Yep.
AI he's helped it, right, with the with the ROG, right? AI is being built into the chip with AMD, so he's
Yeah.
helped that. But I think AI is beyond his experience, expertise, and now Satya wants to pass that down to someone who has that experience, right? The future of Microsoft, the future of gaming in Microsoft, and I think this, it's a good time for Phil to leave. He's not leaving because he's been forced out because of AI. I think he helped kind of fit it in and get it going, but it's time for him to pass that on to the future of AI and gaming, and that's who Asha is. So I think that's what this is all about. Like nobody lasts forever. So it's time to go.
I am immortal.
Yeah, but he will continue gaming. Those of us who follow Phil on Xbox, you will see him. You see him gaming. So
Is he on Xbox? Because the last time I checked, he was on my friend list and he's gone. So I don't know.
maybe he did. Maybe he blocked you.
Okay.
But yeah.
So there you go. So that's Phil's departure. By the way, chat, thank you so much for engaging with us. Let us know what your thoughts are. I know some people are happy, like Rachie. Sorry, is it Rachie? Sorry. Let me see who it is. El Nidi. There we go. Like El Nidi's super happy Phil is gone. So yeah. Shout out to Gogo Pole. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. He says US wins gold. There you go. El Nidi says mobile PCs have been a thing since 2008.
Again? Woohoo!
Yeah, that was an early game too, 8 a.m.
Yeah.
Dang.
So El Nini says mobile PCs has been a thing since 2008. They have been, but when you get a big brand, and I mean a big brand like Xbox behind it, and not only is it important that Xbox gets behind it, because Xbox getting behind the mobile PC, basically they went OS level to modify it. Everybody else put their skins on top of Windows. Anybody can do that. Heck, I can do that, but very few people can go kernel level on Windows, and that's what Xbox is doing.
Yep.
Right.
So built in that chip.
So it really moves the mobile PC gaming crowd forward. Right. And heck, it got me and Fastback interested in it. Heck.
Yep.
Yeah. So there you go. But Terry, hold on. I'm having trouble here. So many windows open. Here we go. And that poll. We asked the chat how they felt about Phil's departure. How did they feel?
All right. Does Phil's retirement impact your hype for the future? 50% said I'm unsure about the future. 39% I am even more excited, and 11% are not feeling the hype. And that was 28 votes, which was a pretty good poll for us.
Yeah.
That's a lot of votes.
It was on there for quite a bit.
Pretty fair understanding. Yeah.
Yeah. Very good. So as my chat was saying, as my guys were saying, so Satya talked about it, Phil talked about it, but then here is Asha Sharma.
Asha
Sharma. By the way, my doctor is Dr. Sharma, so this is going to be easy for me because
Are you related
who's
to
Dr. Sharma?
It's an Indian last name, so
I know.
probably
Yeah,
Asha
and she's
Sharma's
totally
out there.
Indian. Yeah.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, hold on. Let me see if I can find a photo of Asha Sharma. Hold on. Asha Sharma. Maybe Microsoft has a photo of her official that I can use.
Yeah.
They literally used one on this very blog, if I recall.
Whoa.
And I think on X she has a photo on there. I'll tell you what.
But I need it to be big enough for the podcast.
The photo from this blog was the same photo that got recycled on every single journalist site. So
Yeah.
Photos on the internet.
they didn't try very hard to find a different photo.
And I will say her X account when I first saw who she was that they announced, and then I went to her X account, and then it's like boom, that thing blew up.
Oh, I followed her instantly. Followed her.
I did too. Yeah.
Yeah. Instantly followed her because, well, why not? All right.
Yeah.
So seeing as I'm going to have the picture there and I'm going to have the words over here. All right. So let's see. Asha Sharma. Actually, you know what? I'm going to have one of you guys read this. Terry, why don't you start reading this?
All right. Today I begin my role as CEO of Microsoft Gaming. I feel two things at once, humility and urgency. Humility, because this team has built something extraordinary over decades. Urgency, because gaming is in a period of rapid change and we need to move with clarity and conviction. I am stepping into work shaped by generations of artists, engineers, designers, writers, musicians, operators, and more who create worlds that have brought joy and deep personal meaning to hundreds of millions of players. The level of craft here is exceptional, and it is amplified by Xbox, which was founded in the belief that the power of games connects people and pushes the industry forward.
Next. Hold on. I want to make sure I don't block it. There we go.
Thank you to Phil for his leadership and to every studio, platform, and operations team that built this foundation. We are stewards of some of the most loved stories and characters in entertainment and bring players and creators together around the fun and community of gaming in entirely new ways. My first job is simple. Understand what makes this work and protect it. That starts with 3 commitments.
All right, pause. Okay. Pause. All right, so I think up to here, this has all just been PR speak. That's what I think, right? And thanking, being grateful, and all that. Yeah, of course you should be grateful, right? So I think that this up to here, this has all been PR speak. So thank you, Terry, for the PR speak. But now let's get to the meat and potato, the 3 commitments, the 3 pillars. Write these down, Terry.
All right.
All right, go ahead.
First, great games. Everything begins here. We must have great games beloved by players before we do anything. Unforgettable characters, stories that make us feel, innovative gameplay, and creative excellence. We will empower our studios, invest in iconic franchises, and back bold new ideas. We will take risks. We will enter new categories and markets where we can add real value, grounded in what players care about most. I promoted what
players care about most? Games, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quality games.
Exclusives.
Quality games.
Yeah, definitely. Sorry, keep going, Terry.
I promoted Matt Booty in honor of his commitment. He understands the craft and challenges of building great games, has led teams that deliver award-winning work, and has earned the trust of game developers across the industry.
Second.
All right. Second, the return of Xbox. Oh, boy.
Where did it go? Where did it go? All right, go ahead, Terry.
We will recommit to our core Xbox fans and players, those who have invested with us for the past 25 years, and to the developers who build the expansive universes and experiences that are embraced by players across the world. We will celebrate our roots with a renewed commitment to Xbox, starting with console, which has shaped who we are. It connects us to the players and fans who invest in Xbox and to the developers who build ambitious experiences for it. Gaming now lives across devices, not within the limits of any single piece of hardware. As we expand across PC, mobile, and cloud, Xbox should feel seamless, instant, and worthy of the communities we serve. We will break down barriers so developers can build once and reach players everywhere without compromise.
Sounds like Windows kernel stuff to me. Just saying, guys. But yeah, this sounds a lot like what Phil already said. Phil and Sarah already said. So it just sounds like more of the same, right? But go ahead with the third one.
Third, future of play. We are witnessing the reinvention of play. To meet the moment, we will invent new business models and new ways to play by leaning into what we already have. Iconic teams, characters, and worlds that people love. But we will not treat those worlds as static IP to milk and monetize. That's big.
That's big because Call of Duty. Anyone? Call of Duty?
All right. We will build a shared platform and tools that empower developers and players to create and share their own stories. As monetization and AI evolve and influence this future, we will not chase short-term efficiency or flood our ecosystem with soulless AI slop. Games are and always will be art crafted by humans and created with the most innovative tech provided by us. The next 25 years belong to the teams who dare to build something surprising, something no one else is willing to try, and have the patience to see it through. We have done this before, and I'm here to help us do it again. I want to return to the renegade spirit that built Xbox in the first place. It will require us to relentlessly question everything, revisit processes, protect what works, and be brave enough to change what does not. Thank you for welcoming me into this journey.
Asha.
All right. Thank you, Asha number 2. And so, no, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, Terry. All right. So, great job, Terry. Thank you so much for reading those. Terry, your take on it. Asha, the new gaming CEO that came from the AI division from, what was that, Instacart?
At Home Depot.
She worked at Microsoft first in marketing, and then she eventually moved to Meta and Instacart, and then she came back to Microsoft.
What about Home Depot and the other one, Cuprogra and whatever that's
I don't know what she did a startup insurance company or something too. So she's well rounded.
Yeah, a lot of experience.
Yeah, and she's young. She's what? She might be just in her early 30s.
Like 36, I think it is.
Is she 36?
I know they mentioned that. I think it's 36.
Oh man, she is moving up. Dang, I wish I could be that successful at that age. Damn. She's 36, you're right.
Oh, am I? Okay.
You're right, she's 36. Damn.
I was just guessing.
She didn't waste her time playing video games. That's why she was busy.
No, she was busy. She didn't waste her time playing video. Damn it, man.
I wouldn't say that. I think it's just because she's career oriented. You can see that she has no wedding band on that finger. She ain't got time for relationships. She's a career builder.
Come on now. That's a wedding ring. It's just different.
No.
Money is her husband.
No.
That's from a Crackle Jack box. That's fine.
My God. Anyways, so she worked at Meta as vice president on the major consumer-facing products.
We need to see her other hand. We can't see the right hand.
Right.
I'm just saying.
At Instacart, she was the COO, which is a pretty damn high position. Chief Operating Officer, being part of the C-suite.
She reframed them during the pandemic to help.
And they reached operational efficiency. Yeah.
So she got them through that. So
what kind of efficiency? My mom want to do grocery and never comes off. Her grocery never gets here. Thank you, Instacart.
She worked at Microsoft in the AI division, right?
So she started in marketing back in like 2011.
Right.
And then after she got done with Meta and Instacart and them, then she came back and then she was in AI. She worked with the
Core AI, I think.
With Core AI and Azure.
Yeah, Core AI. So
yeah.
And Satya is all about AI.
Yes.
And so now, now she's part of the gaming division. So she was vice president of AI, and now she's vice president and CEO of Microsoft Gaming. So she really just more or less laterally transitioned into it.
Yeah.
But I'm sure the CEO part really, really helped. What do you think, Terry? Are you confident in Asha's vision?
I mean, we'll have to see what she does. I liked everything I'm hearing her say. She's definitely speaking to the hardcore gamers, us veteran gamers that have been with Microsoft a long time. She's not, just talking to like the young blood, but actions speak louder than words. So we have to wait and see what she actually does. Because right now, she could say whatever she wants to sound good.
Very true.
So we got to see what she actually does. But everything makes sense because we've seen the transition Microsoft has been making for Xbox. We made the transition into digital gaming, which then made it to where we could start transitioning to cloud and AI. So we've seen this trend. So it makes sense that we need to put an AI expert in there to continue the AI cloud trend. So It all makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, should I continue or
Yes,
fast?
he stepped
Okay.
away, so one of you
Okay.
can hop in.
Should I?
Okay, for me, well, the thing is, how can you say, well, we're gonna stop doing the AI slap when you're actually coming from that division?
No, what
So
she's saying she wants quality. She wants to make sure we're making quality games that are still made by people, not just throw something. Because you see all the stuff that's being thrown together that's 100% AI.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yes,
See,
she's
that's
saying
the part that
she doesn't want to go that route. She's saying she wants to make sure that the creators can still create, and that AI will be a tool to help us go into the future, not take over. And
because I was about to say that you're contradicting.
She doesn't want. You know how like mobile games have a lot of
microtransactions.
Yeah, well, microtransactions.
Yeah.
They have a lot of low quality games that she wants to make sure
tech-based games, selection games. Very little actual gaming.
People were talking about gacha games earlier in the chat. Basically, that's mobile gaming in a nutshell. Is a bunch of gacha games, something that takes them like a month to develop. Get out there. They try to make as much money as they can as quickly as possible while the game is trending. That way, when the game falls off, they've already made their money, and that's all they care about. She wants to make sure we're not doing that, and that we're
for
making
her to
quality games that have good stories and characters.
See, for her to do that, she needs to pretty much learn the time frame and the work that game development works. Because she can't say, just because she comes from the AI, and say, hey, well, I need Wolfenstein 3 by tomorrow. I'm the president, knowing that she's coming from a different division. She needs pretty much to learn that.
I don't think so, because if you think about how, like I said, Xbox ecosystem has changed to where we're being pushed into cloud gaming. That basically is the division, is cloud gaming and AI. That's literally what she is.
She reassured us, right? She reassured us in the first sentence.
Well,
to recommit to core Xbox fans and console owners.
Yeah.
Remember that.
Yeah, which is big because.
Fear aside, Terry, what are you making a big deal for?
I don't think should be a big deal. I think it's just people, fear change. I think that's what a lot of it is. People fear change.
Yeah.
It's not about. I don't know.
We had people throw a fit when we moved away from physical gaming to digital, and now we have people throwing a fit because we're going to cloud from digital. People are always going to throw a fit, man.
I think it's not because of change. Because I have a manager that he took over washing buses, and he came from a company that cleans offices. So he was trying to implement cleaning offices to cleaning buses, knowing that it's not the same. That's what I'm talking about. Her, you're coming from AI, and then you have these developers knowing that they have 5 to 7 years of maximum of creating a game. So she needs to learn that.
I'm sure she'll learn that, but again,
remember, I think one of the quotes says that I think Phil said, having her next to me for a couple of months. So that means
He said several months. That means. To me, that means that she's been with him for half of last year. So
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, for me, that's not enough.
That's a lot of time, actually. You realize most people are lucky if they get 1 week of training.
Xbox division is kind of big for just 6 months or 7.
You realize how much tech evolves in 6 months? That's a lot of change. Hey. That's a lot of change that happens in 6 months in tech companies.
You have to learn.
For her to be getting, trained for that amount of time is actually a lot.
But she needs. That's what I'm saying. She needs to.
If anyone's familiar with corporate America, you get promoted to a job, you get 1 week to learn it, and that's about it. So and then they throw you to the wolves.
No, that one, yes, that is actually true. It could be like that. That is actually true. But for me, I'm like, she needs to talk to each whatever owner of of the studios and say, okay, how long does it take to create a game as in general? Okay, how does it work? Okay, how is this? How is that? I want to learn this since I'm coming from this AI division, and I want to learn the time frame, how plus the processing of send it to the public and all that. She needs to learn all that, not 6-7 months.
I don't think there's not, no, because she's gone between different platforms, working with how, Facebook Messenger, and scaling that to, moving then to Instacart, to scaling their platform to reach more people, to during the pandemic when all of a sudden they had a huge uptick in people having to use that kind of a platform to be able to scale it quickly to make it work for the new demand. To now she's going to help gaming, scale into that. I feel like she's already has all that experience. She's already been doing that.
She's probably gonna integrate Instacart on the Xbox like they did with Pizza Hut.
And
you can do your groceries through the Xbox.
And she might be a gamer because I read she made a comment somewhere on another
gamer. You know how many people say
she mentioned
like 40 minutes? She just started January.
Dude, she just, bro, you're being devil's advocate for just to be devil's advocate. She literally made a comment on another article that I read about how she wants to make games that leave an impact on the players with the stories because that's what Firewatch did for her. So for her to bring up Firewatch tells me that she had to have at least played it. So like,
can you explain why it repeats? I know it's social networking, but sometimes it's they're trying to make it something small, something big, but
she literally
is repeating like she started January, like last month.
Phil has already laid all of the groundwork out for years to come on what needs to be done within Xbox, and they have Matt Booty, and they have they have probably like 10 other people that are high up in the chain that can continue all this stuff. She doesn't need to learn she doesn't need to be a master of everything, man.
Pause the show here. Sorry guys, we got a $10 super chat coming in from the Super MVP D47. Thank you so much for being here. So D says, good morning, popping over from Old Nukem show. Hey, thank you so much for being here. You are the real Super MVP. Yeah. Sorry, continue guys. Sorry, but yeah, I'm listening. I'm listening.
But yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, people. I've seen a lot of comments from people, on social media. Your typical stuff. Whether they want to be like, oh, she's not a gamer. We don't know that. Just because she hasn't had any social posts about it doesn't mean she is or isn't. We don't know her personal life like that to know if she's a gamer. And and maybe now that she's going to be in a more of a public spotlight. Well, time will tell. That's the other thing. All the other positions that she's had before, she wasn't in the public eye. Now that now she's going to be in the public eye, which means we're going to learn a lot more about her. And she very well might be a gamer. We just didn't know before because nobody was looking at her like we are now. She wasn't in our radar before.
That's fine.
Well, people are just making assumptions. They're making assumptions. Oh, she's not a gamer. You do not know that. They're making assumptions that she's going to do bad because she's a woman. We do not know that.
Will she be another Terry Myers and came from Nokia and look what happened?
And then there's people making. And then there's of course the people making racial generalizations too because she's Indian and Satya's Indian and none of that matters.
Yeah, that's lame.
So like people just want to make up BS reasons on how they're going to fail instead of trying to figure out reasons how they're going to succeed. That's what people just want to be negative, man.
Right. So, real quick. So just bringing it in before we turn it over to Fastback here. So I'm going to address something Shaddai said because I was concerned about it. Terry Myerson was in charge of Xbox. He was in charge of creative and everything about it. And what did we get? We got the TV Xbox.
Didn't he came from Nokia?
I don't care where he came from. Point is, he wasn't a gamer. I'm not going to go search Terry Myerson. I don't care.
I made it with Nokia.
Right. And so he did the whole TV, weak first party output because, he took away from the gaming creative and gave it to something else, right? He closed studios and basically he forgot that consoles are about gaming. A gaming division is about gaming, right?
Mhm.
And so some fears people might have with Asha is that she comes from the AI division. So are we going to get the AI,
Yep,
right?
correct. That's the one.
And
Yep, you
not
got it.
the gaming. I hope we don't. If they repeat it, oh my God! If they repeat it, Jesus Christ, right?
But what you know? What a
But
coincidence! Satya came from the AI department, and now she's coming from the AI department. What a coincidence!
Satya, if you've ever seen Satya's promotional style, the people he puts in charge, if you will, he doesn't really care too much about how relevant you are with the product you're taking over. He cares about how much you can build the system you're taking over. So he hires system builders. I don't know if you've ever noticed this. Okay, so Xbox needs to expand to get to be the pillar that we all want it to be. To be honest with you, we all want Xbox to be a pillar at Microsoft. We don't want it to go away or be an afterthought or anything like that, right? So Satya hires system builders, and that's where she comes in because she has proven that she can build systems. And sorry about that. Fastback,
But
take over.
if that is the case, this new system, Magnus, is it gonna be under Sarah because she was involved with it, or is it gonna be her system?
It's gonna be her system, of course.
Sarah's gone.
Sarah's gone.
No,
Sarah's
but
out of here.
that's
Get
what I'm
out of here
saying.
with that.
No, because if the next console, because remember, I think what was it, CNBC was like, oh, so this is the new console while Sarah was there. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, is she gonna
She
change
was.
the whole thing?
She was there.
Who her?
We'll see. But I would say first and foremost,
Go ahead.
Shaddai, Shasha's got some booty. And when I mean booty, she got Matt booty. So
She's got the booty of Matt Booty.
She needs to learn all the studios and this development time.
That's right.
She got Matt Booty to do that because that's what he's been doing. He goes
That's right.
to all the studios to help developing of all the games. He has all that to help her with. So will she learn it with him and through him? Yes. And so, but I will say we got to give her time to see what she can do and bring to Xbox because she does bring a lot of experience. She is young, so but she does bring a lot of experience in multiple things. And one of her main things is AI, which Satya, that's his main thing right now with Microsoft. That's the biggest thing with Microsoft right now.
And change doesn't happen overnight either. So
Yep.
don't go in there expecting her to, move mountains,
You know how people are. You know how people are. They want to change like right now for the best.
They'll be like, oh, she's been there for a year and nothing's happened. It's
People are reading
what do you expect to happen in 1 year, man?
And between the lines and trying to fill in the things, what they think she means. And, I think what she said was right. What she said, like she's just trying to establish a core thought of her coming into Xbox and what she wants.
It gives us an idea of where her mindset's at. So now we just got to see if she can play through.
Yeah. So we
follow through with it.
See how it plays out. I think we'll probably get introduced to her during the June show, more so, and then beyond that, we'll start seeing more of her.
Or maybe we won't see her at all. She might be one of those that isn't like that. She might be
Will she listen to the players? That's
no. She has a PR experience. I think she will be there in some form or fashion. But
we'll have to see what happens with the next Xbox console as well, because that is something that is already in development that was being shaped by Phil in the old guard. So she's not responsible for that, but she will be the first one blamed for it.
Right. Terry got it. Exactly.
I think people will say,
if my next Xbox gets a red light of any kind, I know where to put that red light.
No, they'll blame Phil and say, see, that's why Phil's gone.
That too. That could happen.
And then she'll be, well, the whole hybrid Xbox stuff didn't work, so Xbox next console is just cloud, wherever you're at, cloud. That's your next console. So
which is probably the plan already anyway. Is that this is we already know that we're going to go cloud for the next, the next thing. So this is we already knew that this is the last true physical console as how we see consoles are going to be. This is probably going to be the last one, and then it'll be the new breed of whatever hybrid stuff they do, and that's what she will be in charge of. So
I think there will always be some kind of hybrid or hardware because
yeah.
Uh,
We're into that point too. Like we've talked about it a lot too. I'm sorry, I'm cutting you off.
No.
Where consoles are kind of hitting that pinnacle of what they can do, but before becoming full PCs. So we're at that point where we need to transition away from consoles because they can't get much better. They're basically little mini PCs at this point.
Well, the future
outside of moving straight to clouds, the only way we can keep up.
No, you're right, because that's where I see where she's going to help the Xbox you're going, because you're going to get to a point where you just have a mini PC, mini something, and I mean this could be your PC. The little Halo character could be the chip. Something could be connect this to whatever TV or whatever, right?
Oh, you mean like what Nintendo did with the Amiibos?
But the power, the chip, and all that hardware stuff is coming from the data centers to the cloud. That's where your hardware is at. And you could just have some nice little figure on your next to your TV or whatever, as a shelf piece, and that and your controller is connected to that to play your game in. Who knows? But I don't know. We just got to see what she brings. Give her time. Phil was given that time to build what he envisioned for Xbox, and he did a great job. So we got to see what she does, and we probably won't see much of change from her until next year.
It'll be late too. You can think about it. Game development takes on average, 6+ years for a lot of these games. So a lot of the games that are going to be coming out this year and even next year are games that she had no part of.
Yeah.
So I think that's the other thing that people aren't gonna, people are gonna jump on that bandwagon about how she's having all this. All this stuff has been decided before she came in. The games that she's responsible for, we won't see for at least another 6 years.
All right,
so maybe sooner. Real quick, because there was talk, like Obsidian was talking about how long like Avowed and those games took, and so it costs more money, right?
Yeah,
you spend a lot of money to make these games, and then
maybe
when they come out, you're not making the money to recoup some of that cost for a game that took 6-7 years.
I agree.
So I think she could probably help with Matt Booty to help maybe
budgeting,
incorporate AI with the help development, not use AI to take over gaming development, but to help incorporate to where these games can now be developed faster. So we'll see.
Mm-hmm. I think everything has been laid out. We already spoke about how when Phil came in, he had basically nothing but chaos with the bad marketing and stuff with Kinect and everything, and to reshape the Xbox One with the Xbox One X, which got the hardware together, and then all the acquisitions and everything that he did. Game Pass, having the game sharing and play anywhere. Like, he basically has everything laid out to where she's set up for success. She just needs to take it to the next level where Phil couldn't, because that's not his wheelhouse. He doesn't have the expertise with the cloud and the AI and stuff that the younger crowd is. That's where everybody's going to school. The younger crowd is going to school for that kind of tech. So she's taking all that foundation that has been laid out, and she's now has the opportunity to elevate it into the areas that Microsoft is pushing.
Yeah, because her being young, I think, will help. Mm-hmm. They need to attract the younger generation.
Yeah,
they
have a better understanding. They have a better understanding of AI and cloud too. I mean, you look at everybody from your generation. No offense to that generation, but if you talk to them about AI, they have no clue.
Yeah.
For the most part, they have no clue.
They just want a physical console, physical game, and they don't want to budge.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
It makes sense. The transition and moving with her makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah, it made sense with Phil at the time, and then I think but it's still too early, right? We'll see. Yeah, we got to give her time. So
it's going to take a couple years to see the fallout of whatever decisions she's made because of how long development takes.
Yeah.
So I'm going to talk about a very famous American CEO
Mm.
who was asked a question, a very technical question about a product he put out.
Are we doing Bill Gates?
No,
Ford.
and he said, and he answered very flatly. He said, "I don't know the answer to what you're saying, but I have a button here that will call the person that does."
Mm.
Nice.
Right, and I'm talking about Henry Ford.
Yes.
See, I said it.
Yep, Henry Ford. Right.
There you go. 50-year Mustang. Thank you.
Asha is a systems person, right?
Yep.
She's a systems person. She doesn't need to know everything technical about gaming right now,
Nope.
but she put Matt Booty in charge to be her gaming guy.
Damn
Yeah.
right.
And she said it in her post here. I promoted Matt Booty,
Mm.
and just being real honest with you guys, when bosses don't promote you, big time bosses, like, you know, being respectful is certainly always there, but they also want you to hit them with the truth, right? And it takes a very conscious type of person to be able to say to the CEO, "That's trash," right? Or "That's a mistake," and hold your ground, even if it costs you your job, right? And for some reason, they like those kind of people, right? Those stubborn people like Terry. Right, Terry?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Like Terry, who's going to be in a Ferrari next week.
Hell the frick.
Or like Fastback, who's going to be in a Ford Mach-E, Mustang Mach-E next week.
No, thank you. Hey, even if I want it, I would sell it and buy the Mustang V8.
Anyways, but no, so she doesn't need to know everything about gaming to make it work. You know, the Terry Myerson fears are there, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Terry Myerson never liked Xbox, and he was very obvious about it, is the way I'm going to say it, right? I don't think he was vocal about it, but he was very obvious about it. He didn't know why Microsoft needed to be in gaming. Now gaming is a pillar. I don't think we're going to see the AI showcase next, you know, come June or whenever the next Xbox is revealed, right? But I think what we will see is the integration showcase. Xbox, Windows, cloud, all one system. Like, I don't know if you guys remember Steve Jobs revealing the iPhone, right? He said it's a phone, it's a browser, it's an MP3 player. He emphasized that those three things were one, if you remember, and everybody loved it. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, she can come out. You know, it's an Xbox, it's a console, it's a PC, it's cloud, all in one. Are you getting it? Are you getting it now? Right? So she could very well do that and introduce it well, and that's really what I want. I want my Xbox to be everywhere.
Yeah.
Xbox everywhere. I'm all for it, right? And so, yeah, I really think that Matt Booty, you know, if games suck, it's going to be Matt Booty's booty, right?
Yeah.
And maybe she will hold him accountable to it, right? So we'll see what happens. So yeah, like I said, she is a system builder, and that's really where Xbox is now. They have the studios, they can crank out games. That's been proven, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now we need to expand the system to 3 billion gamers. That's always been the goal.
Yeah, she's all about growing platforms and getting larger user bases, and that's the big area that Xbox has been lacking in, is the overall user base.
Yeah, that's what Satya wants. So.
And I hate to say this to my own stab me right in the heart. But the way, you know, the way gaming used to be is not the way it's going to be under her. She might make a lot of decisions that I find personally terrible, but it's the future, and we'll see how it goes, right?
You'll adapt.
I will, because I'm a gamer at heart. At the end of the day, you know what I care about is games.
Yeah, a lot of people say that they're going to quit gaming for this reason, that reason, but guess what? It's all talk. They're still gaming. All those things that people keep saying, all those things that people said they were going to quit gaming over, it's been years since those changes, and guess what? They're all still gaming. They're all just blowing hot air. So, like, you're a gamer, and you're going to keep gaming. You're going to game until you die.
Yeah, I'm going to game no matter what. I mean, I came from the 90s. I saw consoles come and go, dang it.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, gosh. All right, let's
All right, but I'm really going over my time. I
Okay, Terry, tell us.
All right, everybody, I gotta go to work.
Get in that Ferrari.
No,
Yeah, they're honking at her.
no, those things.
It's the Ferrari.
But guys, it's been a great show. I enjoyed myself. I hope you guys, thanks everybody who tuned in today. You guys are amazing. I'll see you guys all again once again next week for whatever topics we have. So thank you guys. But yeah, I got to pack up my tools. So take care, everybody.
All right, take care of the Ferrari. Thank you.
Have a good one.
There we go. All right, so Terry's out. Let me resize this. Okay. All right, sorry about that, everybody. Let's see. Let's catch up with the chat. Let me see what happened here. Gosh, the chat went crazy for a while there. Holy cow!
It's a hot topic.
It is. They're talking about Blue Point. Yeah, Blue Point did shut down. Yes, they did. All right, so shout out to Phase 114X. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. He says, as long as she's not kissing PlayStation butt like Phil Spencer did, I'm okay with the change. Yeah. I don't like the fact that we saw an Xbox showcase with a PlayStation shirt on it for Halo. I understand that you're trying to get it out there that it's coming to PlayStation, but dang, man, dang. Take it easy on me. Take it easy on me. Asha just deleted Microsoft Office on mobile, and now it's a chatbot called Office Copilot 365. It's not a tool anymore. I don't think I ever used Office on mobile. Just being real honest. And I'm an Office power user. So yeah. Let's see. Talk True 29 says we can't ignore AI in the future. We really can't. It's being shoved down our throats. Billionaires have put billions of dollars into it. They're going to make their money back one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Appreciate you. Sappho 5988 says, how is she getting fired from all these jobs? I don't think she's getting fired. I mean, she went from, let me see.
Nobody said she got fired.
She went from vice president which is a non-executive role, to COO, to probably a higher paying vice president role, and now vice president and CEO. To me, she's just grabbing every opportunity she can. Shoot, I would too.
Mm-hmm.
You can't let opportunity pass you by. There's people that want to grow and people that want to stay loyal. You know what I mean? That's what I think. Sappho. Let's see. Rachie said we all said Xbox. We all said Xbox at marketing, so maybe it's the marketing we need. Yeah. I mean, hey, Xbox is all over the place right now. This is free marketing. Good morning, everyone. Back from the dead is in the house. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. She ate all our RAM. Yeah, that AI eats RAM. No kidding. No kidding there. No, no lies detected right there, Rachie. Cross Faith Army is in the house. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Says, I understand people be worried, but I am not. Hey, some people are excited for the change. It's 10 years of Phil. It might be time for a change.
It was going to happen no matter what. So.
Yeah, my buddy Doggy says, great conversation this morning, fam. Yeah,
thank you, Doggy.
Trying to do. Let's see. Back from the dead says, I took it as she wants better AI, not real art. Everybody wants better AI. I want better AI. Personally. I want AI that's going to matter in my life, not matter in executive lives, because if they want to reach consumer levels, they got to give me consumer AI. And what better way to reach consumer levels than gaming, right?
Yeah,
so
AI is not going
gamers daily.
You just need someone smart to help integrate it to be part of our lives, not take over our lives, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, we'll see.
Yeah. She might not know much about gaming, but I expect a revamped checkout on the Microsoft Store. Yeah, right? Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
The Instacart store.
The Xbox cart.
That's right, Xbox cart. Let's see. People went crazy over Netflix back in the day. Yeah, a lot of people were very happy with their Netflix on their Xbox back in the day.
Yep.
Absolutely. Shout out to Talos Ray. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP.
Carlos.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yes. Sappho, by the way, Sony just created a patent on the size of games by streaming in assets through the cloud. Kind of like Flight Simulator did? Does? That's all I can think of, right? Because Flight Simulator already does that. And that's the only thing I can say that uses it right now. Richie, you're going to have to refresh my memory. I have no idea what the Muse program is. MUSE. Sorry. Yeah, Back from the Dead also makes a point. She could be a mobile gamer. That's where most kids are gaming these days. She is young.
My daughter.
Got Candy Crush.
She is young. You know, you want to, Xbox is where the gamers are, right? Where are the gamers these days? On their phones.
So that means
good
she's
point
gonna
there, Back from the Dead. Yeah.
So that means she's gonna freak out when she start visiting Blizzard and say, "Oh, Candy Crush!"
No, what are you talking about? They got Diablo Immortal.
Man, she's not gonna go that hardcore.
Yeah. Absolutely. D says you don't gotta pause, let it flow between topics or speaker change. Oh no, man. I read all my chats, but I think if you super chat, you get pushed to the front right away, man. Because I'm gonna read everybody's chat whether they super chat or not. Right? So yeah. Awaken Godzilla says she's not on your side. What she says is just PR talk. Sarah was prepared for her Xbox CEO, not her. She's a Microsoft plant. Fun story. Let's see. Back from the Dead. Just because they laid the groundwork doesn't mean they can't burn it to the ground. They could, but why would they? It's good groundwork. It was made with the approval of Satya. You think Satya's just going to let you burn his approvals to the ground? Don't think so, man.
If he's not happy with her, she'll be gone soon.
Mm-hmm.
Like Terry Myerson, they put him in charge of Xbox for a year, and maybe it was just a transition for Phil, but he was
I
gone.
don't know. Yeah, he was awful.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's talk that Game Pass may be phased out since that was Phil's thing and not Microsoft. I 100% doubt it. Go back to the financials, Xbox financials. Look at services, which includes Game Pass. Highly profitable.
Yeah.
You think they're gonna phase out money? Fastback, you gonna phase out money out of your life?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, okay, well,
I don't care about
there
money.
you go. What about Shaddai? You gonna phase out money out of your life, Shaddai?
Of course.
You guys are crazy. I'm not. This is why I'm gonna get promoted and you're not.
So you're saying we're Sarah Bond and you're Asha?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. No, he's the COO of DoorDash.
Yeah, no, not happening, guys. There's no way. There's a reason why Xbox still hasn't gotten rid of games. They didn't get rid of Xbox Live Gold. They integrated it into Game Pass.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want to
lose that money
flow. Just throwing it out there. All this, there's talk that Game Pass may be phased out is crazy talk.
See, but
everybody, it's so funny. Like all these guys claim to be business pros and all this other crap, but then they just start talking a bunch of contradicting points. It's like, Microsoft needs to make more money. Oh yeah, they're going to get rid of Game Pass. That's how they're going to make more money. Even though on their financials, it was their most profitable sector of Xbox. Yeah.
See, but the thing is, remember, it's all about having control over the prices. That's the major one.
Absolutely. Let's see. Xbox needed a change. I don't know if it needed. Xbox has been changing. If you're an Xbox fan, Xbox changes every quarter.
Mm-hmm.
They change direction every quarter. It's crazy. So they change. Trust me, they change. Let's see. Yeah, and they do want Copilot on everything. Absolutely. Yeah. And she's the one who built the core AI tools for Copilot. So yeah.
Didn't they say so? I don't know if it was whatever that Copilot was the least used compared to any other.
Say that one more time.
Isn't it Copilot the least used compared to Chat GPT and OpenAI? If I'm, I
Possibly
mean,
because Google Gemini is on mobile phones, and I mean, you just push a button here and you get Google Gemini.
right.
So yeah, it's when they gave up I think giving up the mobile phone front was their biggest mistake ever. Let's see. Even if she brings change, it takes time to that. It takes time for that. It takes times for the results to show, manifest, be it the blades or the games. Yeah. You know, even the Team Blue is still feeling the fall effects of Jim Ryan, and there's been another CEO and another CEO past him.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it will take time. It will take time. Let's see. Let's see. Trying to skip some of this stuff, right? Let's see. Yeah, Sarah Bond was to become the face of Xbox, I think. So yeah. Yeah, and Talk Truth 29, thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. I agree with you. Xbox needs good games. Please, Asha, do that. That's enough. I think they already have great games.
Yeah.
Personally, I think people are sleeping on it. So yeah, I think that's just one of the things. People are sleeping on Xbox games and I think the biggest proof is now that they're being ported to PlayStation, suddenly they're good games.
Yeah.
Interesting.
About right.
Yeah, Phil did walk into a disaster. You're right. Asha is not walking into a disaster. She's taking over at a good time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Oh, and hey, Talk Truth, thank you so much for the compliment. First time watching your podcast. It's really awesome. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. But
Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, thank you. Let's see. Music 72 wants the Xbox 360 era 2.0. We're going to need third-party exclusives for that, and that's something Xbox has not done
Well,
all generation.
do they need to now because they own quite a
They
bit
are
of
the biggest
studios,
publisher in video gaming.
They just need to focus on their studios, right?
What they need to pay attention is studios not skipping Xbox for X reason.
Yeah. I think what made the 360 good was the third-party marketing budget,
Yes.
But we'll see what happens with that.
I think it was a combination of their core franchises, right? They didn't have a lot, but they were real good at that third-party marketing.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, but they had to, right? Because they were going up against Nintendo and PlayStation, who were ahead of them. So,
shout out to Fareem Scott. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Appreciate you. Revan Skywalker says she's hot, she's young blood. I hope she pumps everything into exclusives and marketing. God knows Xbox needs it. Exclusives are probably never coming back. Just throwing it out there, right? Because even here, she said it right here. So if you're thinking exclusives, reread this. This is her words. Gaming lives across devices, not within the limits of any single piece of hardware. As we expand across PC, mobile, and cloud, Xbox should feel seamless, instant, and worthy of the communities we serve. We will break down barriers so developers can build once and reach players everywhere without compromise. So I don't think you're going to see these exclusives come back. Just throwing it out there. Throwing it out there, man.
I would
Just
say
being
real quick
real.
because who was it? Was it somebody mentioned if Game Pass can increase sales, what will? And I think that what they're saying will, where their games are expanded on across multiple devices and platforms, and you will see increases sales, software sales, not hardware sales. I mean, they're teaming up with ROG, the OEM, and they're going to do that with other OEM. But the main thing is your games are selling everywhere, and so the games that are going on PlayStation that have been successful, like Forza Horizon 5, selling 5 million. Well, Xbox is getting 70% of that, which they would not have gotten if they never put it on PlayStation.
70%
right?
is better than 0%, right?
Exactly. So the more money coming from multiple areas than just one console is going to help increase the sales.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
And shout out to Glidger. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. If she can't take the blame for a few years, she will also not be eligible for any praise. Yeah. It's a double-sided coin, man.
Yeah.
It's a double-sided coin.
Part of the job.
Yeah. Let's see. Chill Walker says he uses AI. Yeah, absolutely. I use AI at work all the time.
Yep.
I've learned to use it to help me compile code. Not the entirety of code, as I'm not going to upload my proprietary code to AI, but parts of it. Right. So yeah. Let's see. I get the changes, but the old school gamer that I am, I'm going to miss Phil. Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bangarang Axel, Flight Sim was my first thought. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And shout out to Game On Jesse. Thank you so much for being here. You're the real MVP. I just got here. Repeat everything. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. Doggy Dog says, no way Game Pass goes away. Maybe no more con in there, but that's it. Yeah, I mean, I don't see it going anywhere.
No.
And the Game Pass might not increase sales. Then what would they do? Yeah, right. And shout out to Harry Balzac. Thank you so much for being here. You're the real MVP. Yeah. I don't fully understand this statement, Sappho. Frankly, I don't care. Whatever she does, she needs to be aggressive. No more folding to the media insiders and gaming media journalists. Be more competitive. Stop playing nice with Sony. I agree. The gaming media, I think if I was Xbox, I would be like, you know what? The media is never going to say anything nice about us. Screw them. We're doing this now. Just being honest.
Well, maybe that's why you didn't see Fable and certain games at the Game Awards show, and they did their own thing because they can control that messaging.
Yeah, absolutely. Hold on. So, speaking about her gaming stuff, Lulu Cheng did, according to Shell Walker here, Lulu Cheng did just comment on her gaming experience. So, let me get this ready to share. Hold on, I got to get rid of
Oh, yeah, she did. I did read that part.
All right, so Asha Sharma, Santa's pick as new Xbox CEO comes out the gate strong. We will take risk. We will not treat games as static IPs to milk and monetize. Call of Duty. Right. We will not chase short-term efficiency or flood our ecosystem with soulless AI slop. That's going to be hard because, businesses act on quarters. Games are and will always be art. What did she comment? I don't really see. Oh, just that she agrees it's strong. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah. There you go. Let's see. Xbox needs to stop mentioning PS5 during showcases. Sony would never do that. They still don't.
Yep, they still don't.
Yeah. Exclusives don't work. Ask Sony about it or ask Square. Ask them how that turned out. The days of exclusives are over, man. Just throwing it out there. It's over. Babylon Falls was a Sony exclusive. The week they pulled the plug, the game had one player on the server. Damn. Was it that bad of a game?
Guess so, because I don't remember it.
I agree with Jesse James Games right here. He says, get better marketing. Xbox needs to be everywhere. Absolutely. Mr. Kiba, thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. He says, I would say exclusives can exist if they are limited. 43 years limited.
Damn.
Yeah. Let's see. Moving forward. Yeah. Legendary Yobi. Sorry, all that crap is done. Sony and Microsoft are partners. Exclusive crap is over with. Nintendo will be the last ones until they give in as well. Our era of gaming is the past. Yeah.
Nintendo will be the last.
Yeah. Hold on, Cheryl. I'm looking at this. I don't see the more that you're talking about here. Cheryl, sorry.
I thought there was a video of Asha and Matt Booty somewhere that I don't know how long it was, but I thought there was a quick.
Oh, here we go. It's the previous tweet. Okay, got it. Okay. Let's see. Team Xbox. Some of you are asking about how much it matters that Asha doesn't have gaming experience. All right, Shaddai, this is for you. Oh, shoot.
For me?
Yeah, Shaddai.
Are we still on?
Yeah, we're still on.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Oh, shoot. I was going to say, oh, shoot.
What do you mean for me? It doesn't say Shaddai in there.
Say Shaddai right there. Shaddai, you are asking how much it matters that Asha doesn't have gaming experience. Some thoughts since I've been there. I never worked in gaming when I joined ABK board and later became CCO at EVP Corp Comms. And although I played games, I wasn't very good. The learning curve is huge. I had to quickly understand the products and players. Gaming culture is unique, and it is not just one culture. Call of Duty versus WoW have very different communities. Launching Diablo 4 was totally different from Overwatch work. Getting up to speed took a lot of listening and learning, often hard way because while you're figuring things out, you still have to do your job.
Right there, that one. You
It
have
involved
to get up
visiting
to
studios,
speed.
DMing with streamers, talking to devs, and lots of reps getting absolutely murked in Modern Warfare 2. That's funny. Players made a huge difference. I learned from so many of you, whether you were sharing feedback or meeting up at BlizzCon or cooking me on Twitter. Tough crowd, strong feelings never change. Although I definitely didn't have the right resume or background in gaming, I did know how to communicate, negotiate, get creative, take care of people, and when I needed, fire shots. Lots of mistakes. I made plenty of mistakes, but my point is that skills from other jobs do transfer. Absolutely. Even though there's a lot to learn from someone without a gaming background, it is learnable. That's why you get promoted, because you show that you can learn and expand. Asha is smart, effective, and a fast learner. She has no ego, just wants to get the job done. Playing lots of games in a short period is her way of preparing as best she can, and she shouldn't be put down for that. Yeah, she die. So what if she only started playing in January?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying you gotta understand. You gotta understand the community.
Got booty, should I?
You don't need another person to do your job. That's part of it. You gotta communicate.
All you gotta do is spank booty.
Hey, Matt, give me a second. I got a restroom. Can you wait for me at the door? No. I don't need nobody behind my tail.
Man, I wish gaming was part of my job. She's determined to make Xbox the best it's ever been from the foundation built by Phil and Sarah and their team. If I could have stayed after our acquisition, I'd be super excited right now and work for Asha. I will forever be grateful for all of you who welcomed me to the community and gave me advice and encouragement, even as I was far from perfect. I hope you gave Asha that opportunity to load in, learn, and show what she can do. Don't judge the resume, judge the kill-death ratio. Yeah. And oh man, Lulu Chain just killed Shaddai. Shots fired.
Not really. I'm like just force yourself to learn the community, the gaming community. That's all. But do not say, well, I got my booty. No, that means you're being lazy.
But I saw a deal that
you're putting people that you can trust in there.
I saw a deal that I don't know if we saw it or read it already, but she probably in her email to Microsoft staff, she wrote, "In my first job is simple. Understand what makes this work and protect it." So
who said that?
That's probably Asha wrote to when.
Oh yeah, she wrote it right here. Yeah, we already read it. Yeah.
Okay, just want to make sure. But that.
Yeah, we got you.
That makes sense. So that's why she brought the booty.
No, that's like saying, "Hey, I hire a security guard."
She said that she dropped the bond for the booty. It is what it is. Sorry, I like Sarah.
Wait. She removed the bond to the booty.
Yeah.
That was good.
Let's see. So Sappho says, I hope she improves Xbox messaging. I'm tired of hearing them say something, then I guess to fill in what they didn't say. Yeah. That's right. So if Asha lives in 2 or 3 years, it'll be Chief Booty.
Oh, damn. Yeah.
Yeah, and I gotta agree with Jesse James here. I'd rather I should say she's not a gamer than pretend to be a gamer. She never says she's a gamer.
Yes.
Yeah. Dog, booty for hire. Yeah. All right, guys. So that's Asha. And she's gonna do the return of Xbox. To me, what does she need to do to return to Xbox? Timed exclusives. I understand service games not being exclusive at all. That's cool. But give me some timed exclusives. That's all I gotta say. And I know for a fact that every Xbox game, regardless of legacy, is gonna go everywhere. But give me some time exclusive, just that's all I want.
I agree with you.
The old gamer in me says that.
The big franchises, they spend a lot of money to make these big franchises. I think they should be time exclusives. They should be this is the reason why you want to be on the Xbox ecosystem, whether it's on PC, mobile, your ROG, or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then don't mention anything about, oh, it's going to be on PS5 in a year and then worry about that till where that time comes, and then you can do that marketing when it goes over there. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I agree with you on that.
All right, but here we go. We're going to end the poll there. Fastback, how does the chat feel about Asha?
Is Asha the right choice to guide Xbox forward? 43%, I am not sold on her vibe yet. 30%, this could go off the rails fast. And 27%, she looks like a major upgrade.
There you
Well,
go.
they're almost
better looking than Phil. Sorry, Phil.
They're almost there.
We'll see.
All right. So one of the things that everybody's talking about is Sarah's abrupt departure from the brand. Suddenly, a lot of people are saying that she got passed up, right? And a lot of us felt that way because, we're not corporate folks, if you will, right? So Sarah, she's like, I'm out now. I'm going to Tyson Chicken. Screw that. Screw you, Xbox. I'm going to Tyson Chicken.
Tastes better, I guess.
No, best of luck to Sarah. I thought she was a positive light in Xbox, right?
Yeah, I agree. I liked her.
So she takes it in, right? I know there's a lot of news to take in today, but I'm just going to summarize all this, right? I'm just going to summarize all this real quick. I took notes to summarize. Hold on. Let me get to them, right? Sarah Bond. So Sarah resigned alongside Phil Spencer's retirement announcement. She has not made she made a public statement, right? But Spencer praised her contributions to platform strategy, Game Pass expansion, cloud gaming, and hardware launches. That's what she was in charge of. Okay? That's what she was in charge of, right? So we're going over it, and she's like, this is a love letter to Xbox. It doesn't sound like sour grapes. She's not going Mikey Barra style, right?
And even if there is, she's smart not to do that.
Yeah. And she was with Xbox for 8 years. But she will briefly stay on to be a special advisor. So she's also staying on. So if you're allowed to stay on for a special advisor, that means you're doing good, right? So she believes Xbox is entering a new chapter that benefits from the fresh eyes and new leadership. And she references the industry entering a transformative technological era. Yeah, I agree with that, right? I do agree with that. She's proud of the growth in PC and cloud gaming, the progress on the next Xbox console, as it will be mostly hers, building a more open gaming platform across devices, and navigating the massive Activision acquisition. Yeah, that was that 8 years now? 2022? No, that was 4 years.
Yeah.
Right. 3 years roughly, right? So yeah. That's how it was. And so one of the things she says, right? Where is it? She said the word deserves. Hold on.
Desserts? Where?
Here we go. When she's talking about Xbox and Asha, so this whole area right here is Asha, right? This whole area right here is all Asha. And you notice on there she says Xbox deserves this. That's deep. What exactly is it that Xbox deserves? And what is Asha? Asha is the system builder. She's the grower. So Asha's going to make hard changes to Xbox that they couldn't do. And she's going to grow the brand in a way that we may never have guessed, right? So, yeah. There you go. She does ask us questions. Did she bring the best? Did I help someone else succeed? And did I do my best work? She goes, I hope the answer has been yes for many of you. So, she always talks about it being a privilege. So, Sarah Bond, class act as always. Mm-hmm. Gonna miss seeing the eye candy of Sarah Bond at the shows. But yeah, she was great. She was great. So I'm gonna miss her. But the main reason she wasn't promoted, or the reason she left, she says is because it's gonna be different. The vision Satya has, I know that Sarah Bond and Phil were fighting it. And now that Satya put someone that has his vision in there, maybe she's like, I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired, boss. I'm tired. So yeah. There you go.
You're probably right that, when Satya started looking, maybe he got with Phil, he got with Sarah, then he, met Asha and talked to her, and she probably said the right things that what Satya wanted to hear for Xbox future.
Mhm.
So, and she probably fit that narrative, fit that agenda for him. I don't think Sarah, you look at her background, and I mean, she's got a lot of experience. She's more than capable of managing Xbox.
Mhm.
But I guess what Satya wants, I don't think that she brings that experience that he wants, that Asha can provide. So it is what it is. I mean, I thought she was going to be the take over for Phil. I think Phil probably thought that. But then once they started, he told Satya, I'm ready to retire, and let's start that transition. And once they started going through all that, it looked like it was Asha, not.
And I'm sure Phil had some talks on who his replacement would be.
I'm sure he did. Yeah,
I'm sure he did.
And with
Because I can tell you right now, they're trying to find a person to replace me at my job for my next position, and I'm having a lot of say so in it.
Yeah,
because I'm going for the next roll up.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's a transition, guys. Yeah. When you have good terms, they come to you and ask you.
Yeah. And so is Sarah's position there, like you were saying, they're probably restructuring the Xbox management structure, right?
Yeah.
So maybe her position is going away, but they're transitioning that to someone else. And I know sometimes they do post that online where they show you the structure, right? Satya, and then it drops down, right?
Yeah.
The flow map.
A little flow chart, if you will.
So I guess we'll find out like what she was doing, who's going to take over that. I'm sure Matt Booty will have somebody. He'll probably take on some of that responsibility, and then they'll have somebody else doing what Sarah was doing too.
I don't know if you guys remember this from way back in the day, but this was the structure back then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Matt Booty, president, Sarah Bond, president, Dave McCarty, Jerry West, all these people, Bobby Kotick was there, as you can see him. And so they're restructuring now. So hopefully we get another one of these org charts. That'd be fun.
Yeah, we should, yeah.
Yeah, I want to see the Xbox org chart because I think that'd be real fun. So, yeah. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Phil.
Yeah, thank you.
You guys were awesome. Let's see what we got here. Lady Gamers, thank you so much for being here. You're the real MVP. Hey, this is my opinion. Phil Spencer got fired. I doubt it, man.
I
and
doubt
even
it.
If he did get fired, I mean, he's already a multimillionaire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jesse James, does this mean that Summer Showcase will be different? 100%. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Yeah. Yeah, Glitzer, absolutely. Microsoft did Sony a favor with this news. Sony was getting beat up for blue paint.
Yeah.
That vanished on Friday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jesse James says Brand won't grow if she has the same limitations Microsoft set for Phil. I think it's the other way around. I think Phil fought against some of the stuff they wanted to do. Right. And yes, Dan, I think you're wrong. Let's see. Jesse, if Asha plays by the same rules Spencer did, prioritizing Game Pass growth over hardware sales while sending exclusives to PlayStation, the outcome likely won't change. I think that's Satya's vision more than anybody's.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, Satya's the boss, man. You got to do what he says. You can contest it all it is, but at the end of the day, he has the final say so.
And that's something that I never understand why they're saying it's Phil's fault, knowing that Satya is the one who's in charge of it. I don't get it.
Yeah,
That's Phil's boss.
and I think Phil really did it. Let's see. Shout out to Shi323. Thank you so much for being here. You're the real MVP. Yo, how did Phil and Sarah Bond get fired at the same time? They didn't get fired, man. They didn't get fired. Let's see.
Yeah, Phil got retired and Sarah just left, didn't get promoted.
Yeah. She was handpicked by Satya. He might have never had Sarah in mind, which is BS. I think you're right on that one. And you know, like, and I've said this too to my wife. Once I stop getting opportunities here, I'm leaving. I'll do the role for a year or two. But once I stop getting opportunities to grow where I'm at, I'm out. I'm not one of those guys that's going to settle in and become complacent. That's not my style. Yeah. Let's see. Glizzard, I don't see this not happening, man. I think at the 25th anniversary, Phil has to be there. He's been there since day one of Game Pass.
Yeah.
Or of Xbox, yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. We need to get Satya canceled and fired. Not going to happen, man. Not going to happen. Satya is the only people that can fire Satya are the board.
Yep.
And they're happy with the results of Microsoft.
If you say Microsoft stock's tanking, then
I think he grew them from a $1 trillion company to almost a $5 trillion company.
Yep.
They're not unhappy with it. So
yeah.
All right. Anybody got anything else to say about this massive Xbox news? Holy cow, man. You know. Yeah. So yeah. What do you guys think? Overall, you know, Phil, thank you for almost 12 great years of Xbox. Especially my hardcore years. You know, I was a casual, and when I came into the hardcore is basically when you were CEO, you know, head of Xbox. So thank you for 12 years. Dang, I've been 12 years hardcore gamer now. Mm-hmm. And for, you know, always giving me something to be hyped about. I'm just being real honest, man. I've always been hyped about something in Xbox. I'm not in it. If you know me and you know my shows, I don't focus on the negative. I focus on the positive, because I like to be happy. Sorry. Some people are happy being angry. I'm happy being happy. So I've always been a happy-go-lucky guy. And so if you watch any of my shows, you know I focus on the celebration of gaming, because at the end of the day, it's the games that matter. The hardware is important. I'm not saying it's not. And as a guy that came up from the pixel age all the way to the 4K HDR age, into the ray tracing age, man, into the VR age, wow. Yeah, I'm happy. And, you know, Phil has been part of that for the last 12 years, my hardcore period. So shout out to Phil for making it happen. Thanks for the backwards compatibility, Game Pass, you know, the things you did.
Play anywhere, cross progression,
buying all those studios, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he was the I'm glad that he was the one who took over. I don't
think we would have gotten it if it wasn't for him.
Yeah, may not. I think he was, you know, like I said, he's humble. He was a grounded person. He was the right person to be out in public to kind of keep, you know, he was calm. Mm-hmm. And he did the best he could to reassure gamers that he's doing everything he can to bring us what we want. He couldn't control everything. You know, again, he had to report to Satya. And in the end, Satya got what he wanted, right? So, but I think Phil did a great job during his time as head of Xbox. So
we also have to
applaud him.
We also have to give him credit for, after being bashed so many times.
Dang.
You know,
he still showed up. He still showed up, man.
He still showed up.
Stupid gaming media interviews, right? Stupid questions, you know.
No, and he repeated, you know, always making the doubters, you know, stay quiet, telling each and one of them that what you're hearing is wrong and whatever the case may be. And I know they're trying to use, but he said 4 games only, and all of the time it's a whole fleet.
Who
So
called it? This guy called it because I know how Microsoft is.
yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not, and I'm not surprised by that, because that's why sometimes you have to, when situations like that happens, you have to bring the FTC versus Microsoft when he said he does not like exclusive. That she says everything, no matter how you look at it. But we have to give him credit. We have to give him credit that he cleared a lot of the doubters when he didn't need to, and he was the most vocal. So
Yeah, and it was so nice as a platform, in the hardcore era, to have the leadership always on available.
yes, yes, he
Yeah,
was.
it was very nice to have that leadership always. For the news front on our side, it was always nice to hear from the top, right? And I think this is why a lot of other podcasts that aren't supposed to be Xbox centric, all they do is talk about Xbox because their leadership says nothing.
Yeah,
Crickets.
You get very
Um,
rare, right, from Nintendo and Sony
Yeah.
leadership.
So I think this is why everybody can't keep their Xbox out their dirty mouths, you know. And I hope it continues with Asha. So guys, be nice to Asha. I really appreciate hearing from the top, and Asha, get ready because these guys are crazy.
I think, and on Twitter, I don't know if y'all saw, Major Nelson gave her good advice about,
he
hey,
did.
be able to communicate with the gamers, and I
Yeah.
think hopefully she'll continue that. It looks like she's starting that, so we'll see.
Absolutely, absolutely. But Phil, again, thank you so much for 12 great years. Sarah, thank you so much for 8 great years. And hey, we'll see what the next 10 years bring. Hopefully Asha's there for at least 10.
Yep. Thank you, Phil and Sarah.
If not, Booty's gonna take that.
If not, it will be the age of booty.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, everybody. But with that being said, that's going to do it for the show today, guys. But of course, we wouldn't be able to do this show without you guys, the chat. And that's right, you guys, the chat will always be the MVPs to all of the shows here on the Iconic Video Games channel. And with that being said, we are going to go ahead and get out of here. I'm Axel1324.
I'm Eternal Shaddai.
And I'm Fastback 6768.
And we will catch you guys next week. Bye, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.